Jokes on a Hinge profile. Jokes on a fucking dating profile. You figure out where this guy works and you say, I hope you get what's coming to you, and then you co-sign it with all the best. What in the fuck are you thinking doing that?
To wish them the best.
Okay. I started recording. What are you talking about?
Okay, so when I fucking shared that picture in the group chat a while back, this on a dating site, a dating app, kind of similar to Tinder. It's called Hinge. This guy has this fucking profile where he sets up like a bio that says, I love money and good-looking people. Whether it's a joke or not, who the fuck gives a shit?
Right,
it's just some little fucking Hinge profile. It's a dating profile, for fuck's sake.
Right.
This fucking bitch finds out where he works, emails his HR department and his boss, and then sends him an email saying, oh, Jesus, I gotta find it. I've gotta find the exact quote. Because holy shit, it just comes off as so fucking self-important.
Yep. It's that cancel culture coming through. You know, they're upholding justice, in their own hands here.
It just goes so far beyond the pale of what should ever be acceptable. Right?
It
just goes so far beyond.
People are so batshit crazy these days. I mean, Ryan, that Facebook thing you were on where that girl was.
I've got it.
Like with Will Smith, like her, like you were right. Like, good luck with your relation. Or no wonder you have relationship problems.
Oh, yeah. Jesus Christ! If you guys only knew, but I digress. Well, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Hi, redacted. The guy that posted this on the internet. The reason I'm reaching out is because I stumbled upon your horrifying Hinge profile and wanted to give you my perspective. As a counterpart in a leading and growing industry that is technology, I feel absolutely disgusted. It is one thing to share your beliefs and desires in, quote, loving money and attractive people, but once you bring your company into it, it is unacceptable. I have relayed this message to some higher ups.
Into it?
He probably had to post it on his Hinge profile.
On his Hinge profile, he tries to tell people where he works to try to seem impressive for the amount of money that he might earn at a period.
To be fair, Ryan, you probably know this. Like one of the first things you're taught in HR is they're like, do not do anything to make your company look bad.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying the girl was right, but I mean, that's
how does saying I love money and attractive people make anybody look bad?
Yeah,
you're right.
I don't think it really does. I don't.
To finish.
Yes, sorry.
I have relayed this message to some higher ups at Redacted. And I hope you learn from this. Life is hard, sure. There is no rule book on how to process things, but your behavior is absolutely terrible and despicable, and I hope you get what you deserve. Wish you the best. Who is this bitch? Who the fuck does she think she is? Does she not? Hold on. I sometimes lose fucking focus here. Does she not understand that she's trying to fuck with somebody's livelihood?
No, I think
his money, right? His money,
right?
The very currency that we have all subconsciously agreed to will be the stand-in for a barter system where value of items is determined based on want and need. We replace that. You're gonna fuck with somebody's livelihood like that. What happens if he actually does get fired and he is blackballed, just completely fucking blackballed with nothing to lose? What the? We're gonna see something on the nightly news saying horrifying murder at whatever city this place is in. And you know what the fuck? Like I said, what the narrative is gonna be is, oh, how could this possibly happen? Oh, why would this man snap in such a fashion as to find this individual and commit murder? Why the fuck? Right. Oh, I can't imagine why. Fucking you tell me when you fucking hear that kind of shit.
Yeah, we completely ruined his life, and we didn't uphold the defamation laws. So
no shit, no fucking shit.
We left somebody with no other choice.
You know, this has to be a white woman, right?
Oh yeah,
it has to. It has to be.
I mean, I don't know.
No way.
Who else would it be?
Other race of woman would ever do something like this. Yeah. It has to be the fucking Karen.
She needed to speak to a manager. Exactly.
I want to speak to your HR manager because you posted something on a dating profile.
Yeah.
About loving attractive people and money.
God
and you just so happen to make the cardinal sin of mentioning where you worked. Holy fuck.
It's confusing for us guys because I feel like that's what we just all grew up with. Women used, their looks to get other guys that had money and good looks.
Yeah.
So I'm just
our
what's
resource
the
is money. Our resource is money and strength and showing that there's stability with us.
Sometimes you can have enough money to make up for your looks.
Again, and Gary, maybe you might disagree with this analogy here, but I brought it up with Ryan. I didn't think I heard any disagreement from you on that, Ryan. But the fucking way this has worked all throughout history is women are the objects that men strive to be able to obtain, and men are disposable if they fail to meet the standard of the woman. That seemed to be the fucking genesis of how we have interacted with each other as sexes from the dawn of fucking time.
I mean, it's hard to argue with that.
That's not exactly species exclusive to humans either, though.
Oh, no, exactly.
Right.
Across the fucking board. The moment the male lion gets too old to defend his fucking pride, the female lions are gonna die for the male lion who's too old to be able to do shit? No, get the fuck out of here, old lion.
Yeah, I think there are many species that are male dominated by just strength.
People think it's actually the Lion King out in this bitch. Holy fuck. Jesus Christ.
Wait, guys, I saw a live animated movie of that recently, so how do you know it's not?
Yeah, that's just real. Yeah. Fucking Beyonce is...
So there's actually like a giant plot hole in The Lion King I would like to point out.
Oh?
Okay.
Go on.
Lions can't talk.
Oh. I missed that.
He's got it. Oh, Walt Disney's bitch ass.
That went right over my head.
Blown the fuck out. Also, if we're going to apply the Lion King to like being actual lions, who was Nala's father?
Yeah, you're right.
I
don't even know. It wasn't Scar. I tell you that much.
Uh-oh. Does that mean they were like cousins or brother and sister?
Uh-oh.
What, are they from Annandale or something?
Oh, Jesus Christ. What has gotten to people? What has especially gotten into fucking people who are going to defend someone like Jada Pinkett Smith?
I don't know.
Holy fuck. When I threw that out, Ryan, I gotta say, I didn't expect to get nearly as much gold as I saw from there. Like, I just wanted to set up the arena.
That was just straight from the heart, man. I just felt it. I had to.
That's fair. I didn't step in. I'm not taking any sides on the thing. I'm just gonna sit there and watch as fucking chaos reigns. That was my bit. But the whole fucking problem is later on down the post, somebody says, "What's the big deal? Why are we talking about this?" I said, well, the funny thing is, if Will Smith was the one that fucked one of his daughter's 20-year-old friends who had her brother or sister or whatever fucking die in close proximity of him dicking the hypothetical daughter's friend, then you'd be fucking rallying behind Jada Pinkett,
right,
and saying, "Oh, this poor Jada." But instead, in this fucking scenario where it's Jada that's getting dicked by one of Jaden's fucking friends,
right? Will Smith takes advantage of emotional young teen.
I guess 20-year-old. The headlines.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Like, fucking Roger Stone got fucking exonerated, or his sentence commuted today, and Jada Pinkett Smith is still fucking trending higher than him. That's how fucking gold this is.
Yeah, but hey, guys, I would like to point out something. That Epstein's girlfriend knew that he banged a lot of younger women, but she didn't stop it.
No shit! Gary, tell me more.
This is just where we're at, man.
Save this for Sunday, but
degeneracy is at an all-time high. The more godless we become, here we are.
Yeah, on the black pill, I said, bring on Augustus. That was in a fucking blackout haze, but you know what? Maybe Breon's right. Maybe Breon's right at this point, because if Will Smith can be cheated on and seems to not have much of a fucking problem with it, according to that public fucking video he recorded with Jada, which, by the way, put that shit out in public in any capacity. I don't care if you're a fucking celebrity.
When Mitch shared that, I cringed so hard.
If you're fucking Will Smith,
yeah,
what must be going through your mind?
I told my wife about it, and she's like, "Will Smith? Like that happened to Will Smith?" He's like, yeah.
That's the initial point of when I fucking put that status out.
Exactly. Yep.
And nobody has a fucking chance if Will Smith's getting cheated on. That's Will fucking Smith. I don't care if it's an open relationship or not, and we can go into. We've already kind of touched the weirdness of what Jada did, but I don't typically get involved in entertainment bullshit because it's just bullshit. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really affect our daily lives. It's just bread and circuses to distract us from the real fucking problems. But you know what? This fucking time, just this once, I'm going to get engrossed into it because it fucking says some shit about American society at fucking large, where everything about a man seems to be fucking wrong, and everything about a woman, even this fucked up shit, seems to be right.
Yeah, it's not so much about those two individuals, but the act behind it and how we respond as a culture to it.
How women on Twitter or Facebook or whatever are defending Jada and her, what'd she fucking call it? Her entanglements?
Entanglements, yeah.
Her entanglements.
Because she was just so hurt.
Are you fucking kidding me?
She's so hurt and so unhappy.
This cold bitch basically said, no, we were done, and Will Smith had no idea about it? You're fucking joking me.
Okay, but like, if you're Will Smith, when he comes out and says this stuff, like, oh yeah, we're an open, like, what do you do in the public light in that sense, though? Like,
Will Smith's to blame for this because he allowed a fucking open relationship in the first place. That's
so. Saying, even if that wasn't true, and like he's just trying to save face and like protect her, like, I mean, he's a big time name. Like,
why would you protect her? She just cheated on your ass with your son's friend who was emotionally distressed after his brother died.
Yes,
what in the fuck?
2020, John. People,
I don't
like,
fucking care what year it is.
How much money does he make off old stuff that if that gets taken down, you know, like you have to save face to the public a little bit. So I'm sure he doesn't agree with what he said, and I'm sure he's pissed. But if you come out in public,
can Will save face? The man looks broken. His fucking daughter writes to Tupac. She wasn't even alive when fucking Tupac was. His fucking son writes to Tyler, the Creator, and calls him dad as he's dressed up in some weird fucking costumes.
Oh my God.
Now his wife is fucking his son's friend when he didn't know about it, when he didn't give his quote unquote blessing about it. Holy shit. What has happened? If Will Smith can fail, what the fuck chance do any of us have?
You just can't be a cuck, man. I mean, that's terrible.
No backing down. No compromise. Zero.
He's such a simp.
Will Smith. Will fucking Smith. The most untouchable fucking person you could probably think of in Hollywood, barring like The Rock.
Yeah, he's a simp. I don't even view him the same way anymore. Like,
and
it's hilarious.
Man, fucking Will Smith could use a hug from Uncle Phil, and Uncle Phil ain't around anymore.
Nope.
Oh, fuck. What happened to Will?
Poor fucking Will, dude.
I can't even be fucking... I feel for him. I do, because when I see that fucking face, it's just something inside of me as a man goes, oh, fuck, man. I understand. Even though it's not happened to me, I understand.
I understand the pain, yeah.
Then to know that he fucking allowed, he's the architect for his own suffering.
Yeah.
And I just can't help to be fair. I have to be fair, and I have to say, you've got to blame yourself for some of this shit, man.
Oh, yeah,
because you lost your wife, you lost your... How much I don't know. How much ass can make up for fucking having Jada step out on you with your son's fucking mentally vulnerable friend?
There's ass out there, man.
I mean, it doesn't... I don't know. So, like, I'm not fucking sure.
Relationship, like, you're clearly at the emotional point of, like, it's not like a normal relationship anymore. Like, I'm sure people do it, and are perfectly normal and stuff, but, like, that doesn't sound like that. Like, look at his kids. I mean, I shouldn't really judge, I guess.
Yeah, look at his... Wait, no. Hold on. You shouldn't judge? Wait a second. The good Lord gave us the ability of judgment in our capacity. Even though we fucked that up a couple of times, if you introduce the idea of who are we to judge, well, there goes the whole fucking legal system. So, hey... Judge away, that's motherfuckers.
Not what I meant, but
I know, but
like, clearly it's a pretty fucked up situation. But I don't know. I think if you're in an open relationship, that the ship has sailed. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe people can actually successfully do it. But I don't. I know I couldn't. Like,
what kind of relationship is that though? Like, so I watched that video between the two of them where they're sitting down at the table, Will and Jada. And she's just talking about how broken she was and just so sad and so terrible. And then she comes across this August who she finds somebody she can fix and help, and it makes her feel so much better about herself. So it's like you're miserable in your relationship. So what you need to do is go find someone else, go fuck them or whatever you do with them.
And then dick in you. You'll feel happy then.
You go back to your other partner and you can say, I love you. Like, I don't get it. Like, it's the most fucked up dynamic that I think I could ever think of for a marriage.
No, I agree.
It's not 100%. Even polygamy. It's not like you're even all together.
Think though, like, this isn't you and me out here. Like, these are
I know.
Hollywood people. It's a whole different culture. Like, where stuff like that's probably more acceptable. And like,
it's not that it's acceptable. It's that they're all so fucked in the head that they think it's all right.
That brings up a greater question in my head that I posed to Driver, which was, what if normal, everyday people were just as fucked up as the Hollywood people? It's just the Hollywood people have the fame and the money and the fucking the adulation of the masses to be able to continue with their degeneracy.
Yeah, and we're starting to become more like that. We try to emulate the people that we see. No false idols, man.
Oh, fuck.
I'm not trying to justify like that by any means, but I mean, it's a whole different world for them than us, and it doesn't make it right or wrong.
Let's just fucking again back to the fucking idea of if Will was the one to do this, right? Jada's the one to do this right now, and what has been the response mostly from the Twitter sphere and from the media is, oh, poor Jada. She felt so bad that she had to step out on her husband. Even in an open marriage, she even stepped out by the fucking classifications of it, because apparently Will had no fucking idea that she was gonna fuck their son's friend.
Okay.
Who was 20 years her younger at the time, and we're not even getting into the whole fucking mental state of that kid.
Right.
So
let's get the story straight. So we're talking about this August dude, right?
Yeah.
I think
Will was 20 at the time.
Will knew that something was going on, Didn't he?
He gave them their blessing to date is something he said.
The blessing part is really up in the fucking air because I haven't seen any fucking source that seems reliable to me that...
Did you watch that video that Driver shared?
The video? Yeah, I saw it before Driver ever shared it. And what was the quote? Will said, "I thought we were done." And Jada responded with, "Oh no, we were done." That's all I needed to fucking hear. That's all I needed. Because I fucking heard that. I said, oh, Will didn't really fucking know. And you see his face too. And I understand. Actors can act. Maybe this is all just a grandiose fucking play to suck us all in, right? Maybe we're the suckers here. Maybe we're the fools for wasting a whole fucking recording at 12:45 on a fucking Saturday, 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Of the holiest days of the calendar year to fucking, talk about this shit.
Yeah.
I just don't think so. Just looking at fucking Will Smith's face says to me, oh no, this motherfucker got. He didn't have a fucking clue.
Yeah.
She was stepping out on him. Let him know, didn't tell him, hey, I'm fucking this person. Because come on. You think Will Smith wouldn't have a fucking objection, even in an open marriage like they supposedly have, to her fucking Jaden Smith's friend who is going through a lot of these fucking life and psychological issues, apparently? You think he's not going to have a fucking objection to that?
Right. Well, because what was he doing during this time? Probably just waiting.
Jesus. Yeah.
It kind of hits close to home because I have a family member. It's kind of similar. It's like this is why I said most of my family, because I do have one family member where it's like the wife is just, I can't stand her. My aunt, I think she's a whore. We have found her. We have found her just out and about randomly. Like, I was living in Duluth at the time. I got to tell you the story. So my family's out camping at just some random fucking spot. I can't even remember where it was. And they're camping at this random spot, like at least a half hour from their house. I go out and visit them. I drive down from Duluth, and then we go out to some place to have dinner. Since I was there, so we go out to eat, and then as we're just about to walk up to the building, we see my aunt walking out, like arm in arm with this other dude.
Jesus!
I just look at her and I was like, and I just said my uncle's name. It's like, does he know about this guy? And you can just see her just start turning white, and she just goes and starts talking to my mom in the front seat, like, oh, hey, what are you guys doing here? And the guy just goes and gets into his car. And then
tough away. Hope they don't notice.
Yeah, like you could just feel the tension. So then after we get back to like the campsite or something, my dad ends up calling his brother, and he's like, so we saw your wife, and we saw her with some guy. And my uncle's like, which guy was it? I was like, oh my fucking
Christ.
God. So
which one?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
So, and he doesn't agree with any of it, of course, but he loves her so much that he's willing to put up with all of her fucking shit. So meanwhile, she claims that she doesn't do anything, but she goes out and gets some sort of emotional affection from these guys, but then also lives off of my uncle's hard-earned money. Spends it like crazy. She spends his money like fucking crazy. Oh, I know.
She'll be spending more of it if he ever fucking files for divorce.
But it's just crazy to see this dynamic kind of. It's so relatable in a sense, because I see it in my family too. It's just I can see how a guy will put up with some crazy fucking shit for a dumb bitch. I will say it's his fault. I will not deny that one bit.
All you have to fucking do is change the fucking laws regarding alimony and all that other shit that you find in the divorce courts, and I swear the fucking divorce rate will bop up even more than it already has. But fucking Christ, It'd be worth it. It'd just be worth it. Because how many fucking marriages are sticking around because the man knows that if he fucking files for divorce, even if it's the fucking woman's fault, he's gonna have to fucking pay. Because for whatever reason, our whole divorce court system and even our whole criminal justice system seems to revolve around the idea that man should know better, right? The whole principle of you should just know better. Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a fucking joke.
Yep.
Yeah, if Will had been the one to fuck a 20-year-old, the argument is that this fucking August guy was a quote unquote grown man. Okay, so
he's
barring,
younger than me.
Yeah, at the time. So barring all arguments about 21 having to be the legal age of drinking and people saying it needs to be the legal age of smoking now you're calling him a grown man. So why do I feel like if Will Smith had gone out and gotten some 20-year-old pussy, even without the various different caveats included in what Jada did, if Will Smith just went out and got 20-year-old pussy, that all of a sudden he's going to be called some kind of fucking predator. Why do I think that's going to happen?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but how do you know he's not? Like he's as famous as actor as you can get, living where he lives, like in an open marriage. How do you know he's not out there getting that?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's gonna be pretty easy for him.
I don't know. I don't not know either. That's the thing.
I think we just like to assume that he's an upstanding guy that wants to have a normal relationship.
I'm not even particularly assuming that. I just with the fucking paparazzi and how it goes these days, secrecy is out the fucking window for a lot of these people in some aspects. So if Will Smith was getting 20-year-old pussy, he probably would have fucking known about it already.
Yeah. I just feel like in everything that I've seen of Will Smith, he seems like a more down-to-earth guy, not like the player type, bounce around.
But he's an actor.
No, I know.
Yeah, exactly. Gary's right. Gary is right that he's an actor.
No,
he is an actor.
Like I'm not saying anything that happened is correct or right or wrong even. Like I'm just saying that he's a big name, and I think if he wanted to make something happen, he could probably get it pretty easy.
And all I'm saying is that it was very funny when I posted that shit tonight that a couple of women decided to come to the defense of Jada. But why do I feel like they would have been one of the first couple of them to bash Will Smith if he did something equivalent to this shit? Why do I just have this feeling in my heart?
You're absolutely right.
Maybe it's just that pro-man bias that I have. Maybe.
We would criticize it either way, I feel like.
Maybe I'll be thrown in there with Future. Maybe I'll be thrown in there with all the misogynists. I don't know.
It's
just fucking fascinating.
20-year-old, we'd probably be like, good for him. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the same kind of fucking concept as when a female teacher has relations with an underage male student, or even a male student in general. Then you flip the script. The male teacher has relations with a female student, and we want to fucking jail him.
I know.
You're absolutely right.
We rightly want to jail him.
I think we've had these conversations, and I think that's exactly how it's gone.
I'm just pointing out the apparent
we are hypocrites.
The apparent hypocrisies in terms of how same things can happen, but if you turn one group, if you make one group into one position and a different group into another position, all of a sudden our reactions are completely different.
Yeah.
Gender
plays a role.
Just seems funny. Just seems very funny to me.
That's right.
Well, yeah, Gary's right.
Well, this is just the first two genders. 2020s, but think of all the 70 other fucking genders.
And what are those like? I can't wait. Are we gonna have a different codex for every single one under under common law? Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, J.K. Rowling knows that.
Listen, I fucking hate. Yeah. Now all of the cancel culture detractors are trying to pivot and say, "Oh, it's just these rich people who are trying to brand cancel culture as something that's happening to them when it doesn't actually exist at all." Never mind that Nick Sandman, some 17-year-old kid from a Catholic school, was canceled because he just stood there and smiled when this old man got in his fucking face and banged his annoying ass fucking drum.
Yeah. He got canceled before he even graduated high school.
Yeah. Never mind that there's been notable fucking incidents of teenagers being fucking targeted by this supposedly non-existent cancel culture where even their parents got dragged into it and have had their jobs threatened, their livelihoods to raise their children threatened. And you wonder why, if you're on the left and you're listening to this, if you wonder why people don't particularly like you or are growing ever more tired of your bullshit, well, those are some examples to be pointed to. It's not just J.K. Rowling or some other celebrity that's being canceled. It's actual people who don't have the resources to be able to fight it, who aren't multimillionaires, that are being subjected to this bullshit. And you better clean your house here pretty quickly. Otherwise, those monsters you think you are fighting will actually start to manifest, and you are ill-equipped to be able to handle that.
Mm-hmm. I think we see that happening with some people. They're just like, wait, no, not me. Not me,
I hope Alyssa Milano's next.
Yeah.
I can't wait. You reap what you sow. You've been sowing these seeds for a long time. Guess what? Now you get that poison in your mouth.
Yeah.
And same with J.K. Rowling. Same with a lot of liberals who signed that little open letter regarding cancel culture. Because now all of a sudden they realize that dog that they have been feeding is off the leash. And you know what? The dog is hungry and it sees your hand.
Dude,
so
everybody signing that letter is alt-right now. Like, clear.
Oh, how fucking amazing is that now J.K. Rowling is all of a sudden a conspiratorial figure with the alt-right.
That thing that driver posted about like the trans person like talking about looking at their tattoos and screaming, their Harry Potter tattoos and screaming, had me rolling.
Yeah. That's kind of what I think of. I'm just like, how many people have just all of this Harry Potter stuff now and can't stand it when they look at it? Like, especially those tattoos. It's just great.
Of course, Rowling's under the same fucking distinction as Jada. Won't take responsibility for what she's done. None of them will.
Oh, she keeps doubling down too.
Keeps doubling down. Keeps trying to play these particular sides of the fence, but will never take responsibility.
She's doubling down on her original statement. She's like posting like scientific evidence about like trans people conversion therapy not taking and stuff, and like how dangerous it is. And
oh my god, I saw one of the best memes.
It's so fucking good.
This meme is like you become you hate the 1%, so you become the 0.3% so that you could possibly become part of the 40%. I was like, oh god, that's so savage.
Just don't.
The suicide rate's terrible. It's just awful.
Yeah, I think it's up to like 43.
Yeah.
Here's the story. Okay, so I'm into gaming, right? It's not everybody's bit, but I'm into it. And
absolutely.
There are these devs who made a little game, a little independent game called Heartbeat. One of the devs is a lesbian and she's a feminist, but she doesn't really particularly like trans women because she thinks that's just a bunch of men that are encroaching onto women's space. Her words, not mine. Her words. So a shit ton of trans women and allies start to really flame her game on Steam, a platform where people can buy games on the internet. So they're flaming it, but this catches fire with a shit ton of people who are looking at this and always love a good trash fire, so are keeping fucking tabs on it. This fucking dev, tired of the trans community and their allies flaming of the game, discounts the game. Would you like to know what percentage the game was discounted for?
What?
It was discounted at 42%. Out of the absolute balls that had to take, I had to buy the game. I've yet to play it, but I had to pay. I think it was like $15.
Yeah,
this little fucking, what is it? It seems like a Pokemon / RPG ripoff of some variety. I don't know. I haven't played it, but just for fucking seeing that story pop up, and pissing off so many of the fucking journalists and people on the internet, that I just had to say, okay, I had the balls to be able to do that. Fine, here's some of my money. It's just so fucking good.
What was the name of the game?
The game is Heartbeat.
Heartbeat.
You can find it on the Steam store. Let me look it up right now, actually. Maybe that discount is still active for some of our listeners.
Heartbeat, $14.99.
Yeah. Does it have any discount associated with it or no?
It doesn't say that it does.
Ah, damn it. Had to have gotten rid of it. God, it was so good.
Spite's great.
$14.99. It's not on any sort of discount or whatnot, but when they fucking did that, I was laughing for a good couple minutes, I gotta tell you. Anyhow, it's
based devs. I like it.
Oh, absolutely, base turfs. Base turfs. Hey, I don't mean to take a side, but if anything could be based, that was it. It's like Stone Cold said. That's like I've told everybody. Oh, the only side I'm going to be on is mine. And I can't help if I just think that things might be based or cursed. Different things might be based or cursed coming from the same community, you know?
Sure.
Can't help it. Individual thinker like that. Maybe people should try it.
No, dude.
So, Ryan, moving on to a new subject, I guess. How did you find out about that waypoint thing today?
Oh God, I follow so many different like little groups, so shit just starts popping up. I can't even remember where that one came from.
And what sources have proven like there's any credibility to it besides just convenience?
What do you mean by just convenience?
Well, like,
that it just popped up on Facebook?
No, like to prove that it's actually like a possibly child trafficking. Like besides just the name convenience, like.
Okay.
I know it's very, very convenient, but
that sort of convenience. So, as far as do we have a picture of the kid inside the locker? We don't. So, as far as like how the whole process goes, who has any fucking idea? The thing that's very strange, though, is that all of these pieces are over $10,000 fucking dollars, and they just so happen to have the exact same spelling of kids that have been missing as of the beginning of this year.
Yeah.
That's the strangest part. Like, the kid was missing, say, March of 2020, and his last name, which is a really fucked up spelling, it's not like a common spelling, it's like very odd. Here it is as the name of this cabinet. And it's not just one. The list goes on. Like, I just kept finding it over and over and over again.
But using correlation equals causation.
Not necessarily. But here's the thing. It's the response then thereafter. So say you are a legitimate business and you're selling these cabinets, and everybody's looking at these cabinets thinking that you're trafficking children through them, and you're legitimately selling cabinets, industrial grade cabinets as they claim them to be, that are well worth that price. Wouldn't you then be like, shit, we're getting a lot of fucking attention. Let's just see how this plays out. People were contemplating getting GoFundMe going to just buy all of them up. So what business person's going to see this going on and say, you know what? We need to pull all this shit down. Wouldn't you rather just sell out of your entire inventory in a fucking day thinking people are busting up a trafficking ring? And then here you are raking in a bunch of fucking money because you sold all of them? Like, if they were actually legit, like, why don't you sell all of them? Like, why did they take them all down?
I mean, that could be a giant PR thing, though. Like, if something's happening you don't know about, or
what PR thing? That you're actually trafficking children?
No, just being associated with that conversation. Like, oh shit, we need to fix this. Take it down, put it back up. Like,
then why was it up there in the first place?
I don't know. That's a good point.
Because if you react that way, then that's a sign of guilt, is it not? Because if you're being
me or you, sure, but court of law, I don't know.
But
okay, I don't know.
If somebody accuses me of something, and then I'm just like, oh shit, and then I completely wipe everything and change it so that you can't see that anymore, what does that look like? Rather than I'm just like, no, like, this is my brand name and I'm selling this cabinet, like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a good point.
I built a brand, this is my name, you can go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
That's what makes me really, just as a business person, it makes no business sense whatsoever to completely start wiping all of these things from your website.
No.
Especially when you're gaining all of this fucking attention. What other business, when they gain all of this attention, pulls all their shit? Did Nike pull all their shit when Kaepernick was doing his fucking thing? Like, no, they had all this attention, they fucking endorsed him, and they just rode the wave. So it's just...
There was positive attention, though. This is like purely negative attention, like 100% negative.
It is, yeah. So it's not a direct comparison, but it's still like, as a business person, when you have the public looking directly at your product, ready to fucking buy it, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna sell it, or are you afraid to sell it because people think, oh, this is actually, child trafficking, but you actually sell it, they buy it, they have a cabinet show up there at their door, they're out $13,000, you're up $13,000. What's the negative? What is the news going to say? Like, what's the PR battle going to be? Oh, this company sold the $13,000 cabinet and the people bought it and that's what they got. What a story.
Yeah. I guess I'm asking just like, based on, this is all kind of based on just assumption without anything, yes, the facts really add up.
All of the kids were missing as of this fucking year, and they were all on the website.
But could you find, like, weird name cabinets before that don't match that? Or, I mean, I'm just trying to look for anything that you can take somebody and say, look, here's evidence.
I think what makes it more suspicious is that it's this one company that does that. And they show a picture of the same exact cabinet, but they put a different name on it with the same specs.
Yeah, that was weird, too.
Like, there's just so many factors. Yeah, the pricing varied. Just based on the name? Like, what was that name? What does that name represent? And now they say they need to change the name. Why do you need to change the name? Didn't the name kind of represent the value? What's the difference now?
Well, I'm talking like with the value, like the number actually presented like the 12,896. Right. Like, that's just odd. Like, you don't sell stuff for like numbers like that.
Exactly. And if they're saying that it's an algorithm, no algorithm is going to price it at that. If your algorithm priced it at that, get a new fucking algorithm.
Yeah.
Because they take past prices, they take prices of similar items all throughout the market. Like, that's the whole point of an algorithm, is it can do way more than a human can do in a matter of fucking seconds.
Yeah.
And it's not like...
you think you would have noticed something, too, before this. Like, oh, that's weird.
Oh, absolutely. And you set parameters. You're going to say, this is my max price range, because you don't want to sell a product for too high, you won't move it. And you don't want to sell one for too low, because you'll move too much of it and you're not going to make any fucking money. There's a sweet spot, and that's what an algorithm does, is it puts you right in that fucking sweet spot. It doesn't just glitch and say, oh, this is worth fucking $15,000, but we're going to knock, $2,500 off it.
Yeah, and I guess I don't even know I'm not in the industrial cabinet game, but Like, does an industrial cabinet actually cost that much?
No.
Like, I could see like $4,000. Like,
I'm in the
realistically,
business of buying cabinets and equipment like that, like for storage space. I shouldn't say cabinet specifically, but big shelving. I buy big shelving because I have to do a lot of dry storage for my shit.
Yeah.
So I've bought many large shelves under $100.
Yeah.
Like,
but like even like those nice like I know we have to buy cabinets for like chemicals and like fire or not fire,
sure,
but like certain mandated ones that you know you have to get this kind of. They're like a really nice big ones, like $3,000, I think, because of the locks and stuff it has on it. So like,
sure,
but it's also not as big as these cabinets that are being sold. So I don't know. I think $12,000. I don't know who's gonna buy that.
Let me look quick. Industrial cabinet from Uline, $315. Walmart, $141. Another one, $235.
Isn't Waypoint known for being like a little more like not costful, but like good deals?
Like cheap.
I know some stuff's on there. Well, no,
and the cabinets are $13,000. I
thought Wayfair was where you get deals.
They have really good deals, but if you buy something just normal, it's like same price as like a home.
Part of me is with you, Ryan. The other part of me, and I'll fucking leave it for Sunday because I want Driver here. Part of me goes to myself, just got Maxwell into fucking custody. Just put her in the same fucking prison as Epstein. Seems like a prime fucking time for a couple of distractions.
Yeah. Oh, you're absolutely right.
We have something that's fucking solid.
We have
something that's solid. Our fucking attention's going to be taken off. Our eyes going to be shifted off of the ball one more time.
It's very possible, dude.
Would you make a subject like that's so in line with what Maxwell's in for? Like, wouldn't you do something different, like have a school shooting or
possibly? I don't know.
The normal.
I don't fucking know.
Here, I just
at this point, it could be anything.
I think you'd want a different, or like make masks more mandated, like something that gets you off the conversation.
They already are doing that. It hasn't turned the tension off. They're pressing the fucking panic button. These are not the best and brightest.
That moves the needle from sex or child trafficking.
Maybe Will and Jada was the fucking need. Maybe that's what's supposed to distract us.
Yeah. The price just does not add up, boys. Like, I'm looking at other websites. Here's another big company name. The biggest commercial duty, full height steel storage cabinet with shelves and standard doors it's a 72-inch, like this is the biggest one they have, shelf capacity 200 pounds, $663 each. That's the most expensive one, $663. It doesn't even reach $1,000.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, here's another one in here that's $718. Oh, here's one that's $800. Okay, I can't even find one over $1,000 on this company's website. And this is a company that specializes in making industrial storage cabinets. They don't have a single one over $1,000. Yeah, and here's another one. There's a single one not over $1,000. So it's not even in the market range, like anywhere fucking close. The only thing that seems to come close is a mechanic's like mobile. Have you ever seen those ones? Like they're big fucking tool boxes that can roll around the whole fucking thing. Yeah, it's like a massive fucking toolbox. Not even the same thing. That's the only thing I can see over $1,000.
I just looked up one of those flammable cabinets. The flammable liquid cabinets. So for heavy duty outdoor flammable liquid storage cabinet, that is 58 by 30 by 74, and it weighs 625 or 52 pounds. It is $6,052, and this is a specialized, like top of the line one.
Sure, yeah, and that didn't even get displayed there.
That's got to be top of the price point.
Okay, yeah, here's one, a 75-gallon, $5,641.
But still not $15,000 for some. I mean, what's the brand sell for? I guess is the thing we should be looking at. Like, what is it, WBX or something like that?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. WBX.
That's probably all gone now, though.
Oh yeah, that's all that shit's long gone and probably scrubbed from the internet.
And why is it gone? If it's a legitimate company, like, why is it gone?
A shit ton of people are accusing them of now fucking shipping a shit ton of children across the world.
You shouldn't name your cabinets after missing fucking children.
Or, like, Ryan, to your point, like, there was a brewery in Minnesota that had, like, its name, like, Southern Cross or something like that as one of their beers. And, like, they put it out.
Oh, yeah. I can't see
like,
what
hey,
the
this
problem
is what
would
we
be.
meant by it. But then we recently learned this is what it means in another way. So that's why we changed the name.
Okay,
We're sorry. Why don't you do something like that?
Southern Cross is one thing. I can't even say these last names. I can't even say these last names.
That's just a bunch of fucking minority children. They're just being... And how much were they? How much were those fucking cabinets running?
12 grand to 15 grand. $12,000 to $15,000 cabinets.
And that fucking population boom really has fucking decreased the price of human beings. Oh shit. It really has decreased the price of human beings, if that is what's going on here.
Yeah.
Went from like 3 billion all the way up to 7 billion in the course of 70 years. And the human traffickers must be pissed.
Let's move on from the cabinets to something that I think we know the prices of, okay? There were multiple throw pillows that were worth $10,000, and those also had the names of missing kids. Like this kid's last name, DZIE DZIC. How do you even fucking say that? And that's what they named it for this throw pillow that's worth $10,000.
So I wonder what happens if, like, a really rich person who's not into the child trafficking game, like, just says, "Oh, I want a super expensive cabinet or super expensive throw pillow," and they bought it, like, without knowing what it is. Do you think that there's something else that goes on after, or like you have to put a special note in the comments or something like that?
That's a very good question. Because what if somebody did just randomly buy this? Do they actually get sent a cabinet that's worth that much? Because the only thing that I could see is a company does put something out there and sees if anybody's stupid enough to buy it. But then why do you take it down when everybody's about to buy it? If that was your game plan.
Or you put it on there that high if you don't want to sell it.
Then why are you trying to sell it? Just don't market it. Why would you put in the money to market it? To put it up online and everything. Like, that takes dollars to even advertise.
And Ryan really is turning me around on this shit, I gotta say.
They want it posted so people can see it, but they don't want to actually sell it. It's a way of creating demand. I can't remember the economic term for it.
No.
But it happens with stocks.
Should it happen with throw pillows?
No. No, absolutely not. I'm just saying, you know. Like I if you Google it, you really can't find much information. Like, besides, like, a few, you know.
Okay, how about this?
But Google is supposed to find everything. Oh my god! Don't somehow it's unfindable.
Huh. It's the top issue. I mean,
dude,
it's not there. It's
Google
gone.
can blacklist search terms easy. Fucking
but why would
easy.
you do that?
And they started cracking down. Why would you do that?
Yeah, why would you blacklist this story? Like, unless
you're not blacklisting a story, it's search terms.
That's what I want to know with, like, Waypoint. Like, when I heard all this, like, who do they contribute to a campaign? Does somebody have a share in their company? Like,
I don't know. Here, I'm gonna pull this up. Can I share my screen? Share my screen.
Is this gonna work now, or is it gonna be like last time where it went in and out?
Hey, who watches the Waypoints?
I'm just kidding. All right, can you guys see this?
Extreme.
So.
Oh, wouldn't you know it?
2-piece cactus wall decor set worth almost 100 fucking grand. What? Like, this is the one that I don't really know much about because they're searching on some Yandex and they can search these serial numbers and it apparently pulls up pictures.
Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. The serial numbers just somehow link up to be the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Okay. I see it.
They just so happen to pull up young girls. And however the fuck that happens. Then
yeah, I see it. I hear it. I understand. It's just really fucking convenient that at a time that we have something that's so fucking solid in our midst, in our grasp. Again, we have it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, now this shit comes to the fucking forefront. And everybody is fucking talking about it. Everybody.
Oh, I know.
Everybody that's paying attention at the very least is talking about it. Who knows when it's gonna fucking blow up? Who knows when Twitter is gonna manipulate its fucking algorithm? Okay, here we go. Wayfair confirms. Okay. There is, quote, no truth, unquote, to conspiracy theories about human trafficking. The online retailer responded to reporters' individual inquiries into a conspiracy theory that garnered traction on Friday that was allegedly using storage cabinets to ship children. Company confirmed, I don't know how, to reporters and Pointers Media-wise that the rumors were not true. Well, no shit, they're gonna fucking deny it.
Well, I saw that.
I mean, there's of course no truth to these claims. I don't know why Twitter uses the fucking, or photo via New York Post, but I don't know who put this in. I don't know why Twitter uses the terminology confirmed. You know,
do you confirm that?
Yeah.
Like, you just say it's that way and that's confirmed?
Exactly. That's basically it.
So here's,
because they got to the bottom of it right away.
Okay. Ryan, I got their thread, so I'm gonna fucking grab this. I'm gonna fucking ship it over to wherever the fuck. How do I stop this live stream from fucking showing up on my shit? Pop out.
How was this discovered is my question too. Like, who pieced it together?
There's some random person just happened to be like looking at this shit.
Q as always.
I'm just curious because that's kind of one of those things that's like hard to notice. Like
that, I know. That's what I think too. Is like, how did somebody come up with this?
And then what makes you look more into it? Like, let's say you like know the name of the missing person, and for some reason you're on Waypoint, and you're searching for the most expensive thing just to see what it is. Like, I do that with houses and Zillow and stuff. Like, oh, what's the most expensive house? What's the most expensive piece of furniture? Hey, I recognize that name. What makes you look at like, oh, I wonder if this name is, I guess I don't get how that got pieced together.
That is the confusing
in the
part.
Text channel, Ryan. There's a what's it called? There's a thread from MediaWise who did some digging into this.
Yeah, so I saw this. What a load of shit.
I'll read it. You've probably seen a lot of talk about at Wayfair and its alleged use of storage cabinets as a means for child trafficking, including this one. Underneath, there's another tweet that alleges shit's being done. So we decided to look into it. ... Next tweet. First, we searched Wayfair and child trafficking in Google. The only article we found was from Newsweek, which states that the claim originated on a conspiracy subreddit.
When I read that, I was like, what the fuck? Is that a journalistic finding?
Yeah.
What is this?
The journals are at it. Oh, shit. Okay. As the theory gained traction online, many Twitter users claimed that searching the stock keeping unit number, SKU, for each Wayfair product on the Russian search engine would bring up photos of children. Newsweek reported that as not the case. Okay? And then underneath that is a fucking thread of a video that shows all of the fucking tweets there. So no link to the article where Newsweek specifically debunks this. Right. Okay? Right.
No debunking.
Wonderful. Continuing. With claims this serious, we decided to just head straight to the source. Our intern, Ayana and Ishmael, reached out to Wayfair. Here's the statement they sent us in response. Continued. From John Costello, a Wayfair spokesperson, embedded is a snapshot of an email exchange. So this is their official statement from one of their spokespersons. Hi, Ayana. Thanks for reaching out. Below is our official statement. There is, of course, no truth to these claims. Okay. The products in question are industrial-grade cabinets that are accurately priced. Recognizing that the photos and descriptions provided by the supplier did not adequately explain the high price point, we temporarily removed the products from site to rename them and provide a more in-depth description and photos that accurately depict the product to clarify the price point.
That is the part that throws me the fuck off. It makes no sense.
Wait a second. It even gets better. Next tweet. If you can't verify that the claim you're seeing is true, it's a good idea to hold off on sharing until more information has been reported. Remember to stop and ask yourself, hashtag,
is this legit?
Is this legit? Yeah, of course they did. Update on this. We are seeing fact check from Snopes. Okay.
Snopes got to the bottom of it. We're done.
Snopes did it. They rate this false. Tip: to check for new reporting over time, even just a few hours after you see something trending before you choose to share it. Monitor, wait, don't share misinformation. And Snopes even says, beyond wacky even by conspiracy theorist standards. Now, what the fuck does that mean?
Right? Because by conspiracy theorist standards, like, this has a lot of fucking ties to it. Like, usually there's a lot less crumbs to go off of. This is like finding a whole fucking loaf, it seems like. These aren't just crumbs to follow. This is a lot.
Yeah, there's not much.
All the fucking quote tweets on that Snopes one are getting even better. What was it? What's a good one? Please, Wayfair would never engage in human trafficking by selling you human beings with expensive shower curtains. They would only support it supplementary by selling furniture to ICE detention centers. Okay.
Oh yeah, weren't they connected in some way?
Yeah, there was I shared that. Let me go find it. There was
What's awfully telling is how adamant all the voices are to immediately refute any notion whatsoever that the conspiracy would be part of such a thing. With 14 plus million sales and 11K plus global suppliers of at least 40 million modern slaves, that could easily be the truth. Oh, Jesus. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, it's an article from a year ago. Wayfair workers to walk off job over partnership with detention centers. Hundreds of employees of online home goods company call, and I can't see the rest of it, but apparently there were enough people upset about whatever Wayfair was doing that they felt the need to leave.
Are they mad like people are mad at Goya? Jesus Christ. Even know. Oh, that's another one to fucking save. Holy shit. The world just fucking burns down around us, and I can't help but to just laugh now.
Oh, I hear you. And I do appreciate the pushback. I really do, because I actually, I posted something initially, and I left it up for a little bit, and I deleted it, because I'm like, what if this is just something that I'm getting towed along on? And I sat there, and I thought about it for a while, and I'm like, you know what? This shit really doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm just going to throw it out there, because I think more people need to know about this, because it might just get brushed away. Rather get it out there while it's hot.
More shit in the public consciousness to try to at least have scrutiny upon, right?
There's just been more stuff about child trafficking in the past few years than I've ever seen before. And I knew it was a big thing, but now it's just all of a sudden, here it is in the public sphere. So I'm all about it, because I knew it's a big fucking thing. Ever since I've learned about it in Duluth, since I moved up here like fucking 8 years ago, apparently it's a big thing up here. It just blows my mind. And I want something to be done about it.
Did ask your wife if she ever had to do any training? Because I know a lot of hotels make you do, a lot of cities have mandatory training and stuff like that.
For what?
I've had to go through it all. When we had Final Four and stuff, it was.
Oh yeah, those fucking things like the Super Bowl or Final Four, all that shit. Those are big fucking trading hubs.
I don't know. I don't know if they have to up here. That is a good question. Because you're talking about prevention sort of training, right?
Yeah, they teach you when you work a hotel front desk what to look for. What to expect.
I don't know. I'll have to ask her that. That's a good question.
Because I know Hilton has a mandatory one too, but obviously, it's a little different. But
yeah, well, it's fucked up to see that picture of that girl. It's like, this is the last photo that we have of this little girl, and look who's right behind her, Ghislaine Maxwell.
Wouldn't you fucking know it? Or at least it looks like her. It looks a lot like her.
Exactly, fucking like her.
Epstein's looks like girlfriend.
Who? Epstein's bitch.
Oh, gotcha.
I gotta hit
the one they're making wear paper fucking clothes.
Oh man, she kills herself.
Yeah, who would have fucking seen it coming?
I'm fucking would have been able. She kills herself.
Oh, I can't fucking wait. I can't wait until she somehow just dies of fucking COVID, or somehow finds a way to paper cut herself 1,000 times to death.
She's been diagnosed with COVID.
Is she? Oh shit! I love it. She's done. Fucking hell. Oh, it's so good.
God, that kills her.
Oh, fuck. The disease that kills 1% of the people it infects, killing the very person we really don't want to die. Oh my god. Shit. They were already laughing at us with Epstein. I mean, do you fucking think that... I don't know if they could be so bold. I don't know. Even whoever they are.
Look at how bold Epstein was, though.
Yeah, nobody took to the fucking streets on that one, I suppose.
Like, think about how bold that is. That you had people on the left and the right, no matter what side you were, coming out and being like, this is bullshit. Epstein did not kill himself.
Yeah, there's no fucking way. No, there's just no way.
Plus with the whole camera thing and all the things that happened around it.
Yeah, the guards were sleeping and the cameras
conveniently the guards are sleeping, the cameras are out. Right. Everything that continued to just fucking leak out more and more. I just kept going, what in the fuck are you talking about?
We can't go too far.
There's no way anybody will buy this.
I know.
Like, that's one of the top, like, most secured prisons in the country. In a country that's known for its private prison systems.
And these guards happen to fall asleep. These cameras happen to stop working.
Yeah, with the most high-profile person you've had in there in how long?
Right. And all of these things just so happen to go this way, so that we have no idea how he killed himself.
And everybody knew that it was coming.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
he got out just like he got out before.
How?
Strong connections.
Well, obviously. But,
yeah, of course.
You know, like you want to talk about being bold.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's bold.
Well, when you come that close, I don't know.
You've got to think, though, Icarus flying too close to the sun.
That's what I was just thinking.
Right?
Yeah.
One of these fucking times, those wax wings are going to melt.
Something's going to happen because they were getting so close. And here's one other thing I want to say on top of all of this whole Wayfair shit before we get too far away from it. Wayfair, I don't think, has anything to do with it. Right? Sure.
You think somebody's just underneath operating within the company?
Well, it's just like on Amazon. They don't. Amazon doesn't vet everything, like every seller that comes on there. They move so much fucking shit. So I imagine Wayfair is the same way. So imagine Wayfair gets this claim. They look at it. What are they supposed to say? They got to protect their brand name at the same time. So they just say, we just sent this back to these people. We told them they need to look at it. Like, that's probably the best thing they could have said to protect their ass.
But that's why I think that they took it down. You got to say, why are you taking it down? That's the PR hit I'm talking about. Is
exactly
they don't know what's going on. So they're just going to give. They're hitting pauses.
They're saving their ass.
You just had a shit ton of people saying that you're fucking trafficking children. Yeah, I'd be fucking hasty to try to take that shit down too and fix whatever's going on.
Yeah.
So I would say that's still plausible, though.
Sure.
Highly.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying it all seems really fucking convenient. At the same fucking time, we finally have the missing link in what we have been looking into for the better half of 2 years. Okay. That all of a sudden something new is just going to pop up.
What if it's all connected, though? What if it's all connected?
That's what I don't think it is. I don't see it. A way that it could, well, not that it couldn't happen. It's very, very realistic, I guess. But
I see how it could be.
I just think with the timing of everything, that's a really bold thing to put out.
Might be the same industry, but I can't imagine that. This industry is just uniform. There has to be some kind of competition operating within it. As fucking black-pilled of a thing to say as that is, it just seems like, what are the fucking odds, What are the odds if this is legitimate that somehow it actually is connected? You know, Epstein can't be the only fucking one at the top of the pyramid.
Well, and it's not he's the only person who was trafficking children.
That's exactly what I mean. And it's not like he's there at all anymore. As soon as fucking what is it? I'm looking for an analogy here with the cartels. As soon as El Chapo got fucking taken out, it became fucking chaos. It became chaos in Mexico. So you can only fucking imagine and
what the sex trafficking world looks like.
Once El Pedo Primo went down, the fuck
Jesus,
that shit show must have looked like. So maybe there's some legitimacy to it. All those fucking tweets didn't really bring us any kind of concrete evidence. And I understand innocent until proven guilty, but at the same time, everything that lines up, you need to fucking tell me how a filing cabinet or any cabinet like that costs fucking $15,000.
Right.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was asking.
This thing better fucking dispense. This thing better dispense 3-course fucking meals for me to consume on a bi-nightly basis.
Right.
For me to pay $15,000 for this fucking thing.
It's what's probably going to happen is all of a sudden there's going to be a new design because they say the image doesn't reflect it. So it's almost like they admitted there though that the price was accurate. So there's nothing wrong with the price of the cabinet, but this cabinet does exist. So that is a good point. Is what is this cabinet then?
Yeah,
they better come up with
us out here
a good explanation.
We're obviously not.
I can't think of what it is. I mean, we just looked at the industrial grade chemical locker, and it has to be yellow for fucking sure.
Yep.
And those weren't yellow, so that wouldn't make you think that it's a chemical locker. And if it's not a chemical locker, what locker is it that would make it that expensive?
Yeah, and it just said storage locker on the description. And like if you pull up the chemical one, it tells you like flammable liquid container. Like it tells you everything you need to know essentially.
Well, and if they are selling them at that price, how are they in business if everybody else is selling them for this price?
Yeah, exactly. And think about just like on a selling standpoint, like the Google search is so important. So like for work, we put near target field on our names when someone Googles us.
Right, as far as your
Google's hotel target field, boom, right there, that's us. Like if you're not going to put anything descriptive in the name, like unless you're looking up names of lost children, would be one thing that could probably pull that, but that doesn't make sense why you wouldn't include what's so special about in the name. So when someone looks up something that highly specialized, that you're going to spend that kind of money on it,
how
it would pull it over.
Is if that's how it works, you just have to watch the news, and then you can see that a child goes missing, and then you know what to do as far as using the search terms, and you can find that child and buy it.
Oh, don't!
That's how you find out about it as an elite. The news fucking tells you, oh, this child's missing. You search the fucking last name. Oh, here's this cabinet.
Get the fucking bulletin. Jesus.
Oh my god, dude. It
No,
almost seems that way. Does it not?
It's too much of a black pill for me to swallow right now. No.
What are you seeing?
It seems almost as if the news announces that there's a missing child, but it really means that there's a child on the market for purchase, and then if you know the terms, you can go and search and find this child and purchase a cabinet because the name is the exact fucking same, Gary. How does that make any fucking sense?
I thought you guys were reading something.
No, I'm just. This is my tinfoil hat on here.
Ryan's off the fucking reservation.
Oh no, I
right
get
now.
you. I get you.
He's occupying the eastern half of Oklahoma at the moment.
No, like I get it. I just thought that you guys were reading something. Like, what the hell is saying this?
I'm reading something right now.
That's just me.
And I can't remember the full fucking interview, but at some point with Will and Jada, not to fucking get too off topic on this, but back in that interview, I need you to confirm. Maybe I'll watch it again. Does Will at any point ask her what she was looking for when she was doing that shit? No.
And they never even seem to talk about what they found or what's different. Just that he's all of a sudden better now.
Will's better. Just feels better.
Will's better. Will, like, they made it seem like Will didn't do something, but now Will's doing it. So now she's happy.
Now because I'm seeing a fucking photo of somebody, and it's Will in one panel. He's like, "What do you feel like you were looking for?" And Jada's response is, "I just wanted to feel good. It's been so long since I felt good.
I wanted that young dick."
If those fucking words were actually said, who the fuck is Jada Pickett, by the way, without Jada Pickett Smith?
I know.
I don't know what.
She's not even good looking.
Who's Hillary Rodham without Clinton?
Exactly.
Anyhow, not to get too fucking off topic. I don't know if that was actually said in the fucking interview or whatever the fuck they were doing. I'd have to look at it again. But
I think that sounds very familiar. It was something like that.
If it was said, oh my, this cold bitch.
Yeah, no,
this cold bitch.
She wasn't happy. That's basically it. I wasn't happy.
And she gets half of his shit. Fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you.
Well, of course she's not going to go to some young rapper. She needs to stay with the fucking money. Absolutely.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Just gotta wish you were Jeff Bezos' wife in life.
Oh my god, I know, right?
But I mean, it makes sense because on Amazon they're always, "Oh, you shopping for this? Here's something similar."
Yeah.
What is her fucking? What did she do before she married Will Smith?
She was an actress, I think.
Yes, been married to him since 1997. Okay. All right.
Okay. If Will Smith's such a good guy, how do you get sick of him in a relationship and stuff without him being at some sort of fault?
Jesus. I mean,
I don't know.
I could say it aloud, but I don't feel like it needs to be said.
I'm curious. Everyone thinks he's such a good guy. Well, if you're married to him, you win the lottery. If he's such a good guy, how do you go and do this stuff?
That is the question.
It is on Will to an extent. Will got fucking pussy whipped.
Well, yeah.
That's what happened.
What man gives a blessing for his wife to go off and be with some other dude?
I mean, there's a whole porn channel dedicated to that, Ryan.
Yeah, we talked about this already. I fucking gave it to you.
He's a cuck.
It's these fucking guys. I already laid this out. The episode isn't even out. I've already fucking laid this out. I laid out this whole fucking concept. Let's see. Before fucking marrying Will Smith, The Nutty Professor, a bunch of other fucking small films.
Oh, for her
TV series that Doogie Howser, MD. What the fuck?
Doogie Howser was a great show. That was Neil Patrick Harris' start in acting.
Yeah, cameo role in Scream 2. Then she married Will Smith, became Jada Pickett Smith, and Turned to Paradise, Woo, Bamboozled. I haven't even heard of any of this fucking shit, save for The Matrix. Save for the fucking Matrix and Collateral. She's a voice actress for Madagascar. Okay, that's fine. Okay, and then all the Madagascar ones she's in. Fine, wonderful. Let's see, Reign Over Me, The Woman, never heard of. The Human Contract, negative. Then she went back to TV in fucking Hawthorne, which I vaguely remember. She reprised her role for a fucking that's Madagascar 3, and then she went for a fucking Christmas special on direct to DVD. If you're fucking voice acting direct to DVD, that's when you fucking know your career is basically over.
Okay, Mark Hamill.
Well, there are exceptions to every rule.
I just want to point out she's from Baltimore. I just want to put that out there.
Okay. All right. So the moment she got the fucking name Smith, she started fucking actually acting in some decent films, and then then that fucking faded a little bit. What girls trip?
You guys,
it always.
She's not even fucking hot.
No.
She's not even good looking. Like, I'm looking at all of these images of her.
She's no Halle Berry. I'll fucking say that.
Dude, she used to be kind of decent.
No. Where?
Way
Send
back
me
in
the
the day.
photo.
I'm thinking of someone else.
Dude, I can't even get a chub if I tried.
$20 is wrong.
Like, and I'm not even trying to like.
And she's doing it. Will Smith is one of the most successful men in the world, and yet he's still apparently living in her world. Holy fuck! What chance does any man have?
I found one photo of her.
Any men have?
I found one photo of her. She has hair in this one. She looks good, but all the other ones, it's just like, my God, I can't do the real short hair. I think that's what it is. The super short hair where it almost looks like mine. I can't do it.
It's a little critical of you that you expect people to think you're good looking, but you can't.
No, I'm not saying I'm good looking. It's just if a woman has hair as short as mine, I can't do it.
I don't know. Some pixie haired bitches I could do it with. Absolutely.
Not this one. She doesn't rock it. She just doesn't do it.
Maybe not
What's your
Jada.
perspective?
It is.
It's all about fucking preference and perspective, I suppose.
It is.
I can see why you wouldn't get excited over the prospect of Jada Pinkett, but
she doesn't give me a chub. That's my ruling. All right.
That's fair. That's fair.
You haven't been married long enough.
Says the unmarried man to the married one. Jesus. Okay. All right.
Nice.
I don't fucking know, man. It's so fucking disheartening to see this shit. She fucking denied it.
Yep.
Hey, the fucking guy when he came out and said denied, she in August Alsina, I guess, claimed that they were in a relationship with Will's permission. Spokesperson for Pinkett Smith denied the claim, saying they're absolutely not true. And then she confirmed the entanglement 10 days later. 10 days later.
God, I hate that word, entanglement.
And she here it is. Here's where it fucking all those women who flocked to defend Jada Pinkett by saying, "Oh, Will gave permission." Jada even specifically says that he being Alsina misconstrued it as permission because she and Will were, quote, separated amicably. Wait a second.
Wait, that's where the permission comes from?
Yeah, that's where I don't fucking know.
Your wife were having a hard time and split, so it's okay to go and hit her up,
dude.
Yeah, she says that he misconstrued it as permission from Will Smith, so the bitch doesn't even care.
Oh my
like, I imagine if you're in a situation where you're working on your relationship or your marriage and you're going to make that decision, like, you don't have to, if you have to ask permission, is my husband okay with you doing this, then it's not the right situation.
She wanted to heal him. What kind of woman talk is that?
It's so
she wanted to heal him, but then needed to find healing for herself?
Yep.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I needed to help him so I could help me, so I could love you, Will. It's just so fucked. Fucked.
They're all crazy. All crazy. I know you're a married man. It's tough for you to say.
The
right?
only thing I think I learned
tough.
out of this though is if I ever get into any sort of trouble, say I have a drunken night where I slip up, all I have to say is it was just some sort of entanglement, and I wasn't feeling good about myself. I wasn't happy, and I feel so much better, and I love you.
Yeah.
Right? And now we have the perfect relationship.
You have the wrong genitals. That's why that won't work.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I guess we didn't amicably break up for a specific amount of time.
And again, Will Smith's face. Oh, his fucking face when she's saying all this fucked up shit to him.
At the very end of it, when they say that one thing about like how he's like, I got you back, she spins it and you can just see how much control she has over him, because you can see it as like he kind of wants to say as like, I'm gonna get you back by maybe doing what you did, when she's like, no, you got me back. And he's like, oh yeah, I got you back. Like, basically, you have me and that's it.
She has his fucking children. That's the bit. Will Smith has lost everything.
Yeah, she's got the fucking leash on him. You've got me, and that's it. And you can see it in that conversation
man in
right
fucking
there.
Hollywood. Before The Rock, the man in Hollywood. Everybody loved Will Smith. Nobody had a fucking bad word to say about Will Smith. Granted, maybe he's into some fucked up shit. Well, obviously he's into fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Why
don't they just... They need to openly admit they're swingers. I think that's the only way to save this.
Again, that's my bit, is that I'm still going to fucking look at it as I could never see how any man is right mind, if he's going to commit to marriage, would ever let another man fuck his wife.
Yeah, I know. And when those ladies are defending it, I'm just like, what's the point of marriage? And they're like, oh, well, no relationship's perfect. It's like, that's not what we're fucking talking about.
No.
we're talking about people getting married and what that means to people. Is it supposed to mean that nothing's perfect and you fuck around? Is that what you're trying to say? Is like, I can get married, things aren't perfect, so when I make mistakes, here's my excuse.
Nobody's saying marriage is fucking perfect.
No.
I mean, Jesus Christ.
I never said that.
Take a look at the situation we just laid before you. Holy fuck. What a fucking eye-opener.
Does your wife listen to this, Ryan?
I don't know. She maybe hear me.
She probably dislikes me by fucking
she can't hear you guys. I have my headphones in.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'm saying just you go on YouTube and watch it, or no?
Probably not. She doesn't take the time to watch these.
That fucking asshole redhead's calling me crazy?
No, what'd you say, Feldman? I couldn't hear you.
I said you could say whatever you want about her then right now.
I guess. She might be able to hear
Gary,
me.
what are you doing? What are you doing, Gary?
What do you want me to say?
No, I'm just joking. Like, you're saying, like, oh, my marriage, no marriage is perfect, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, is you a listener?
No, she would agree.
I get it.
This is the thing that just blows my mind, because we talk about this, her and I. We see what other people do in their relationships, and we just kind of laugh. Like, why the fuck do people do that?
Right?
Like, we just sit here, we're like, we don't think that arguments and all of this nonsense is a regular thing. Like, we see that people have that in these little fights, and we don't come anywhere close to that. We don't get it. So...
Yeah.
When I see that people go through these things like, oh, we just kind of fuck around and we kind of break up from time to time, but we get back together, like, we just don't get it at all.
Yeah.
What was the point of the vows?
Exactly.
Not like marriage, but like relationships. I get it if you're young, like in high school, and you guys last for a while. Like, I could see that. But, like, if you commit to marriage, like, I'm engaged right now. Like, I know it's like, what the expectations are, and that it's a lifetime. It's not just, let's see how it works for the next 10 years. It's like, no, you're committing to spend the rest of your life. Sometimes it doesn't work out.
No, it doesn't. But
it shouldn't be expected to, but
you got to give it a real fucking effort for sure.
Yeah, you got to commit to it. It's not just you're married and you're good to go, or you're engaged and you don't have to work on any.
Well, yeah. And when you go through hard times, it's not like you need to go seek somebody else out. The idea is you seek out the person that you're with for help and guidance or whatever it might be that you're needing. It just is. I thought that's what the partnership's all about. And
100%.
I mean,
that's about the dowry, motherfucker.
When she said that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Listen, as somebody who has studied these fucking things historically, a fucking dowry is paid out by the fucking wife's or the bride's family to the husband to be able to fucking keep them going.
Sometimes the husband has to pay. Yeah.
Certain cultures, absolutely.
It varies.
But don't fucking just discount all of the different fucking traditions that have been encompassed into the what's it called? The institution of marriage based on just cultural traditions or religious traditions or whatnot. Don't just fucking discount that.
And especially when we're here in America, like talking about like just us as Americans.
In the modern fucking age.
Like, who the fuck has a dowry here in the U.S.?
Oh, I hope we fucking start doing it, especially with COVID. Oh, I hope.
Oh my god, it's just for me. It was like the dumbest thing to bring up. So that's just what made me think. It's like I could see why nobody wants to be with you because you're just so goddamn unreasonable. Like, can't even have a conversation with you.
Richard, please share.
Share what?
About the people in conversations that we're having about who are not fit to be in relationships.
People who aren't fit to be in relationships. Oh, I can't make a fucking distinction on that or not. I'm
just saying other people in this group have been arguing on Facebook.
I have kept my nose relatively clean. I only open the arena. I'm not typically the one that fights in it.
Okay.
Dude, I'm locked and loaded. If you want to talk about relationships, I'm ready to fucking go. I've had so much like that has happened. I went 3 years without being with anybody and just fucking focused on real life shit. Like, I'm all about it. Like, let's
3
talk.
Years.
Let's
those
talk
are
about
rookie numbers,
dude. I know.
Sick dry streak break, bro.
Oh my god. But I understand the whole.
I survived 3 years and I was still able.
That's
to
not what
find
I'm saying.
to marry my
That's
ass.
not what I'm saying. That's not at all what I said. Dude, that's not even what I said.
No.
It was more of like, I understand how you can go from relationship to relationship, and then I was like, you know what? I don't care about being with people. I want to find someone where it means something. And I waited it out, and I was like, you know what? This one feels right. Like, felt it out, and here we are. So it's like, I can understand how taking the time to have a meaningful relationship with somebody is completely different than hopping from one relationship to the other. Yeah. That's more of what I'm saying. Is like, I waited for a while. Boom.
No, you're right.
That's fair. Absolutely.
I mean, it's just because I think that's the culture these days, is people think like I need to be with somebody constantly. And I went through a long time of just being on my own.
People are so fucking afraid of that.
And it's just, you learn so much doing that.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely you do.
I was single for all but like 9 months in college, and you learn a lot about yourself and that you don't need people.
Yeah.
To not justify, but quantify yourself. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess I feel bad for people. Like she said, she didn't have any sort of role models to look to. It's like, well, yeah, I guess that sucks. But I also think that you could seek those things out and better your life on your own. You don't need to make up excuses for why your life is the way it is. Like, you have complete control.
Have you discounted the fact that you're thinking this is a white man?
I mean, she was a white lady.
Well...
Oh, I'm a white man. That's right.
No. White women are competing very hard for black men against black men to be the most aggrieved fucking group in this society. So,
oh man,
you fucking.
We're not going down that
I didn't
road.
check my privilege.
We aren't.
That's the problem.
We aren't.
I lost my privilege there. Lost sight.
Let's not go down this road. Anything that might happen to any other particular group, somehow this one other group just has to stick its fucking nose and say that they're the true victims.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking imagine.
Pretty soon Will Smith's gonna be racist, guys.
No, he's gonna be the next Terry Crews, I hope.
Yeah,
so I can start getting on board with him again.
They're gonna look. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna look at Will Smith's skin tone, say, "We need you to take a DNA test, Mr. Smith.
We think you're 50-50. That's not good enough. You're not a pure blood. You're one of those mudbloods."
And one drop rule when they need it, and throw it away when they don't.
What is it? Mudblood. Is that what it is in Harry Potter?
Yes,
what is it?
Yes.
Mudblood.
But hey, remember. Ryan, we don't cite that bigoted author's work on Base Basement. So
yeah.
It's like Mein Kampf at this point.
I keep going. I'm gonna get in some fucking trouble here.
That's what this podcast is about.
Yeah.
Dude, there's only like 40 people that watch this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Just continuing to fucking dance the line, hoping, praying to get as many points across as possible in as coherent language as possible without actually being able to say what it is you want to say because somebody might put the metaphorical camera in your fucking face and decide that you don't get to make a living anymore. Is that it? Is that all we're here for?
The one time you say it is going to be on the one podcast that goes huge.
I know, right?
Yeah, exactly. You know what? They'll have to fucking capitalize and try to find a way to be able to make a living after that because I will be considered so blacklisted that no company of major notoriety would ever hire me again.
John, we're actually calling it whitelisted now.
Jesus Christ.
Thank you for not, or for respecting my thoughts.
Isn't that just whitewashing what is a term for
you don't respect my thoughts and views? I will cancel culture you.
That ain't real. It isn't real.
Everything that real. I disagree with should be illegal, and everything that I think that I like should be a right.
Yeah, exactly.
Healthcare.
Isn't that something? Oh, yeah. All the I'm sure very fit individuals in this country are really lobbying hard for that one. That healthcare should be considered a right. I'm sure that's a lot of individuals who have taken the most paramount care of themselves.
Yeah.
Treated their body like fucking temples they have, I'm sure.
I mean, I have not done that, and I still don't want free healthcare. So.
Yeah, well, Gary, I mean, I suppose that's because you might have a bit more muscle in your cranium than the others would have across their entirety of their bodies. Are
you fat shaming me?
No, Gary, I'm fat shaming them.
I'm fat shaming America.
Yeah, we are an obese and decadent culture.
Man, I can't wait till we're 35 and can run for office. Brought up, and that's how we make this channel blow up.
Hey, if fucking Trump won, why not Kanye West? If Trump can fucking do it, why not Kanye? Why not anybody? Isn't that the whole fucking point of American democracy? Is that if you were successful, not a career fucking politician, but if you're successful in your particular career path, that maybe people would think, he might know some shit, and then we would elect him then, or him or her now, to fulfill public office and see how they did.
I mean, granted, after Trump, if the Republicans were smart, they would run Condoleezza Rice, because how is the left not going to vote for a black woman?
The first woman president is going to be a conservative.
God, I hope so.
It's going to be. It's the same thing as Thatcher over in England.
But is it going to be like Hillary Clinton switching tickets? Or is it going to be like legit conservative?
I think what's a fucking legit conservative? Because even the fucking Republicans are kind of left.
Yeah, like a Republican president's a New York Democrat.
Yeah, exactly. Funny how that has just somehow fucking worked. But don't bring up Nikki Haley. She'd just suck. I don't know who.
I want Candace Owens in there.
Oh, no.
Right. So tell me this, boys. F1, marry one, kill one. Candace Owens, Tommy Lauren, and who's another good conservative woman that's hot? There's not many of them. But AOC, let's just throw her in there.
AOC, how about Kellyanne when in her prime? How about Kellyanne?
Yes, okay, done. Okay. Hold on. Ivanka Trump. So Ivanka Trump, Tommy Lauren, Candace Owens, F1, marry one, kill one.
You got to take Caitlyn Bennett.
Oh, good call.
I'd kill that bitch immediately. Absolutely. If you're gonna make me do it, that's it. Did she pooed herself?
People say that's unproven. Where's your evidence?
What, you want me to be there?
I know, right?
All right. Plus, she's already married anyways. It'd be more of an honor killing. I wouldn't want to disrespect her husband.
I'm gonna keep Ivanka in this one. So.
Okay. Fair enough. I just felt like she was more in the realm of those people.
I married Tiffany Trump instead of Ivanka. I mean, no, I want to marry Ivanka. I want to marry Ivanka to get Jared fucking Kushner out of Trump's ear. That's what I want.
There you go.
That's what I want.
There you go.
I'd marry Ivanka just to negate Jared Kushner's influence on the president.
But John, hold on. It's 2020, so be very careful about who you kill next. Because one person out of these three to kill.
All right, said Caitlyn
something
Bennett.
Different about them.
All right. I mean,
I think we know the way this has to
go. Okay. What if I justified it?
No. Let's hear it, John. Let's hear it. Are you about to be canceled?
Be ready.
How am I not already? By the way, this is Base Basement. I am not John Richter. You cannot prove I am.
No, hey, nope. We don't know what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Can't prove it.
Careful.
Be very careful,
John.
aren't I? I want to justify this. I want a qualifier. Because I've had to suffer every white conservative or centrist who can't think for themselves sharing this person on platforms to make the points that they fucking can't think of themselves.
But she's hot. Think about that.
Yeah, both of them are. Both of them are, Gary. This is the fucking point. This is where it becomes an issue. Okay? They're both fucking hot. No shit.
Do not kill a black woman, John.
Let's hear it. Who is it?
Tommy Lauren has to die.
Ooh.
Oof.
Ooh. That's tough.
Oof.
And Candace Owens, sorry, does have to get bleached.
She gets porched.
What now?
She's already bleached.
You
don't understand that terminology? I think you do.
I don't know.
No, I just got that, but before I thought that was a very insensitive comment. I'm like, you can't say that on the
No, not that way.
I thought you were trying to turn her white. That's what I'm thinking.
No.
I'm like Michael Jackson. Like,
yeah.
Oh, look up Candace Owens' husband.
Like, he's a rich guy from the British Parliament.
Owens' husband.
Fucking UK getting his revenge on us.
George Farmer, married last year.
We took your land, you take our good-looking black women.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it, Britain. Fuck you and your queen.
Oh, the Brits.
Can that be the podcast title?
I think the
should...
group of Americans being mad at the British for taking Candace Owens away from a wealthy American bachelor is...
They also got Meghan Merkel. So...
They got Meghan Merkel along. Who did we fucking trade to get? Who did we get in that fucking trade?
It ain't a fair trade. Princess Di, over here.
Yeah, we won that trade somehow.
John, we got the United States of America. Pretty sure that's an automatic victory card for a long time.
Hey, I'm just waiting for the fucking next British princess to be shipped over here. All right,
that's why they stole. That's why they imported one or exported one from U.S. over there. No one else to send us.
Exported. Fucking Meghan Merkel's a princess. Get the fuck out of here.
Like, she has land and titles.
Again, another fucking ginger whose genetics just aren't going to live on. It's a fucking conspiracy. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy to wipe us all out. All of us.
God help us that day comes soon enough.
The Little Mermaid has to
stop. Do not get me started on the Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid can't just be a redhead. No.
You know the memes I have, so do not start.
Let me find him, Gary.
Didn't you guys have
we
like
know
Peter
the fucking
Pan
truth here.
or Robin Hood or something?
Of all the fucking groups to target in the majority, you're going to target the most minority group within the majority group.
You guys have to have the most cartoon superheroes, though, don't you?
You have Hercules.
Fuck off!
That's why he could jump in the river.
We deserve over-representation. Even then, our fucking over-representation is shit because it's just all the fucking women. Because you fuckers can't get enough of redhead women.
That's fair.
John, I banged a redhead woman, so I can talk about this.
Can't get enough of them.
John, so you know that Hercules was a redhead, and they did that. So they did that because
what fucking Greek was a redhead? Hey, give me a break.
John, they did that so he could go into the River of Souls because he doesn't have one to lose.
Yeah, that was a good idea by Zeus. Very based.
Do you get it? Because redheads have no souls?
Oh, no, Gary. Tell me more.
My favorite day on the calendar is probably February 19th because it's National Kick a Ginger Day.
Aye. Of course.
Have you guys ever watched Suits?
No.
The show that Meghan Markle got big on. It's pretty good, actually.
Is it? Oh, yeah. I remember fucking watching it years ago. I haven't fucking kept up with it.
It actually sucks when she leaves, but it's not because she left.
Oh, gotcha.
Because Patrick Adams, or whatever his name is, left with her. So
again, for my grandiose ginger conspiracy here. All right. Little Mermaid in live action, not played by a redhead. Little Orphan Annie.
Group for you.
Little Orphan Annie, not played by a redhead. Fucking Starfire from DC Comics, redhead, not played by a redhead. Mary Jane Watson, now all of a sudden, not a redhead. Come on. There must be some massive in Hollywood. I didn't think so many Hollywood people were dyslexic to see ginger.
Stop. I got invited to that Facebook group that I found that on, and it was the most obscene thing that I've ever been a part of.
I don't know what group you're talking about. This was fucking commonplace on Twitter. And
I got invited to keep Little Mermaid white. Someone invited me to
Jesus, what?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think I saw that group.
Naturally, out of curiosity, not because I agree with it, but out of curiosity, I'm like, I want to check this out. Yeah. It was the most obscene thing I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yep.
The memes I have from that would put me in jail. And I know Driver's gonna watch this and be like, "Show me." Then he's gonna post them, get kicked off Facebook again, and that might be for good.
It's just, man, I keep seeing all these roles of fucking gingers in media. Grant, our Oprah representation, fine. I can fucking admit that. You know what? I'm not fucking letting it go. But Trish Marigold and the fucking Witcher all of a sudden ain't a fucking redhead. Again, another one fucking robbed from us. The fucking indignation. Okay? We fucking don't deserve this shit. You can make fun of us all you want, but don't fucking take, especially the better fucking looking part of redheads, which is the women, and then make them not redheads in the fucking mediums.
Hey, how do you think that Aunt Jemima's family feels, John?
I don't fucking... They're probably angry that they're losing a shit ton of royalty money. That's probably how they're feeling. Gone. All of it gone. What the fuck? Okay, are we still gonna get royalties? Sure. Well, how much? Oh, probably less since we're not using her actual image anymore. What the fuck?
Well, think how many bottles they still have to sell.
Oh, jeez.
They're gonna make money off.
If they do sell it, if they don't fucking just take it off of the shelves,
that'd be pretty bold.
It seems like the age of bold action by a bunch of people.
Like, if you're a company like Target and you already bought it, are they going to accept returns? Like, that's my question.
Except, not returns from the fucking customer who bought it, but
no. If you're
return the actual packaging,
yeah. But
I could fucking see that.
The first company wants it, or to give the refund. Like, no, you bought that racist product. You sold it.
Yeah, man. I think they fucking figure out logistic because Target and all those other big fucking corporations have it made. The smaller shops that sell Aunt Jemima's shit, Nah, they're not gonna fucking send it back. They'll try to sell that shit out before getting the new packaging. I can agree with you on that would make sense, but Target, in its bid to continuously look woke so that it can continue attracting people into its stores, even though their stores aren't going to be around the areas which are rioting very much longer, they are going to continue with this charade of the corporations pretending to care about your rebel movements and get rid of all the packaging that you've deemed racist. I could see them do that. Absolutely.
So I'm offended. I don't know.
Fine.
I don't know what about, but I'm offended about something.
You got offended about me saying that Hollywood executives were dyslexic when they read one word and then cast differently.
I'm not offended. I just don't want.
Don't want what?
I'm looking at the future of the podcast in the best I can. Okay.
I'm not saying that.
Mitch has not been on here in 2 weeks. If you get us canceled before he gets back on here,
a drunken fucking redhead just gets us thrown off of the platform.
Won't be the first time you guys ruined something.
What did I ruin?
No, you people. I should say.
Oh, okay. I see. All right.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we're okay. I think we have a good audience.
How many conservative Republican bros are probably going to buy as much Aunt Jemima as possible just to make dumb jokes with it?
Oh, waste all their fucking money just to be able to fucking have the thing? I don't know.
Dude,
How
I
long
almost
does
bought
syrup
some.
last for in a bottle? Can that eventually become a collector's?
It has to if you never fucking eat it.
I've always been a country kitchen guy when it comes to my syrup, so I don't know, but
I saw some on the shelf and I was like, dude, this is a rarity right here. Like, you're not gonna be able to find this anymore.
The short answer is no. Syrup does technically no. Syrup does not expire, and you can keep an unopened container on the shelf indefinitely due to the high sugar content of pure maple syrup.
Think about all the people that collect Wheaties boxes, like when the Twins won the World Series and that was on there, and now Wheaties aren't a thing, but those boxes are worth money.
They'll never eat the fucking cereal. I mean,
no, but it's a collector's item. Is the same thing going to happen with everything canceled in 2020?
It has to. It must, because there will obviously be some kind of demand once fucking people's people start opening private museums, because apparently the fucking museums will be next.
Well, the museums will probably get burned down if that happens. If you have a racist museum, it's not going to last long in America.
A racist museum. Yeah.
But then again, aren't all museums racist? Because
are they? What's it called? The categorization of the word and its application seems to change on a daily basis. So I'm not particularly sure whether I fall within the grounds or not anymore.
I mean, just because you're seeing a gal of color doesn't mean you can say whatever you want.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that doesn't give me the pass.
That's not a whole.
As lefties have fucking let multiple people know who are of a melanin deficiency, who dated melanin surplus individuals and might have even procreated with them, that even that is not enough to prove that you're not racist.
Okay, can we get back to the topic at hand? Because Ryan never answered the F1 Maryland killing question.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And I don't want to let him off the hook.
Gary would forget, did you?
Oh, God. The pressure. I don't know if I can do it.
Candace Owens, Tommy Lauren, and what was it? Ivanka. Yeah.
You could sub Tiffany in there, but she's really irrelevant. So you should.
Can I fucking throw Tiffany in there? I'd absolutely.
No, because you're still going to kill the black woman.
I have
to.
No, wait a second.
I have to off Tommy. That's for sure.
You guys are missing out.
What do you mean? I can't stand
you, Gary.
her.
All for you. She seems like a fucking bootleg Lauren Southern.
No, Lauren Southern's a bootleg Tommy.
Well, either way. Seems like another dime a dozen blonde on fucking conservative TV that's grifting. I don't know.
If you wait till blondes are the next targeted class, and I'm going to pull this podcast.
They aren't already?
Well, they're targeted in some ways.
I would give Lauren Southern more credit than Tommy, just because I feel like Lauren got into the trenches a little more. Well, she actually went out to fucking Africa and did all that fucking shit.
I don't want that. I want someone who pretends they do. Okay.
Do you want somebody that just sits in a fucking newsroom and fucking just says shit?
Yes, Ryan. Yes,
oh my
that's
God.
what I want.
She actually went out there and did a little something. I'll give her that.
Yeah, I don't care about people who contribute to the world. Like, okay. It does nothing for me. Good for you. Okay.
So I'd off her just because I can't stand.
All right. I'll give you it.
Looking at her like, yeah, she's smoking.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm going to say the same thing, Ryan. Be very careful with your next answer.
Yeah, you've already fucking, how do you say, narrowed down the choices here. You're right in the same boat with me, buddy.
No, I don't think that I could marry Ivanka. I don't think I could do it. So I would take on Candace.
Okay, stop. Oh, okay. So here's what you have to think about marrying Ivanka for. Is think of like every time you go visit your in-laws.
It would be a great time.
45.
It would be a great time. That's true.
You tell me you won't want to drink some brewskis and cook some burgers with the Don on 4th of July?
You think the Don fucking grills burgers and drinks brewskis? Are you fucking high?
He doesn't drink, but the guy loves fast food. So you think that maybe for like a family
That's not the same as grilling shit.
It's 4th of July, John. It's America's birthday. You think his birthday is literally Flag Day? You think
you are fucking high?
Is it?
Yeah, his birthday's Flag Day.
No way. That's awesome.
I'm not saying you're high because Trump's fucking birthday is Flag Day. I'm saying you're high by the insinuation that Don would be right by the fucking grill like he was any of our dads and going, oh, you have to grill the burger about 7 minutes and then flip the patty. Oh, that's a nice patty. No better patty.
And you know,
Trump patties and Trump meats
that you can buy. He's probably gonna have a Joe Biden one that says "whispered in the cook's ear."
What do you have a Trump steak on the fucking grill for himself too?
All right, for the entertainment value, I might want to join that family.
Right.
I might have to.
Christmas morning. Just think for your cup of coffee.
Oh,
Don.
Imagine, Don. You've got to stop. You've got to fucking stop.
Would you call him Dad, or would you, Sir?
Fuck Mr. you.
With all the shit that's going on, I might have to.
Yeah.
I just might have to.
I would call him Mr. President, and if not, I would call him Donald.
Call him Daddy. Call him Daddy.
Oh, I know he's not perfect, but man, I might fall in love if I was hanging out with him. Not gonna lie.
Right?
He was perfect enough for liberals for 20 years.
I know, right?
It's perfect enough for them for 20 years. It always seems like fucking all this shit seems to be going after liberal incentivized men. I don't really see a lot of fucking conservative men outside of Kavanaugh that have really taken a lot of eye heat and accusations. I don't know. Seems really strange.
Are you saying he's an insider?
All I'm saying is that correlation doesn't always equal causation. It's something to always look at.
Oh yeah. Oh, I hear you. Well, hear me out on this then. What if he was somebody that knew all of these people and he's like, these guys are fucking scumbags. I'm going to run against them, take their fucking seat, and just flip the whole thing upside down. And what if that's what's actually happening?
I don't know.
Because I've never seen... Hold on. I've never seen so much sex trafficking bust in a short amount of fucking time. And immediately after he took office, it started happening. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, to me, he seems to know something. And it wouldn't surprise me if he knows something, given the circles he's floated around. Good or bad, but if he knows about the bad things, but maybe he's doing something about it.
Well, there's a lot of ties to him and Epstein too, though.
Yeah, but he had Epstein barred from Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah,
like legally. It's not like they're fucking buddies.
I think they used to be, though, didn't they?
I don't think so. I just think it was as much of a buddy as he is with Robert De Niro or whoever else that Epstein came in contact with, or fucking Tom Hanks. I don't know. Maybe it's a little closer ties, but
because Trump has some pretty serious accusations out against him in general, and it kind of fits the bill.
That they're buddies or what?
No, but what he's done in the past.
No,
the
yeah.
That are still currently gets, and that make me wonder what way is he involved? And like, I'm covering up my own shit, or I'm just trying to do something good.
Well, Mar-a-Lago is in Florida, right?
Yeah,
and they say that I just saw this recently that Trump may have had something to do with Epstein's initial involvement with the law in Florida.
Really?
Yeah, and
Jesus.
So it's just it could there. I don't know, man. There is a possibility that maybe he knew something.
Does it ever end?
And they're actually fucking sweating that he's in office and they want him out of office ASAP because the longer he's in there, the more time he has to fucking crack down on their shit.
Then if you're Trump, if you get fucking... Why not assassinate the motherfucker? He did it with JFK, whoever they are.
Yeah, but
it's a different time.
Why not?
The country was not in the turmoil it is now.
It's a different time.
If these motherfuckers hid so much shit from us, the Afghan papers they hid from us, they still fucking buried that shit. That shit's not even in the public consciousness anymore. You think they can't fucking get away with scapegoating some poor sappy communist into assassinating the fucking president and just letting that lapse happen?
You'd have people lining up for it.
Absolutely.
But how do you pull it off?
Oh,
but now, you guys know that if we were having this conversation about Obama, racist.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I also think it's the other way around. Like maybe he's the perfect plant to cover everything up and let this thing keep going on. There's enough of a distraction.
Because he keeps tweeting.
Sure.
He just fucking keeps tweeting or doing all this other ridiculous shit. And
he's enough of a distraction to let everything keep going on. Maybe they wanted him all along. I don't know.
Well, the media's making off it too.
Yeah.
Their fucking ratings, their ratings are low, but they're being fucking held afloat by talking orange man.
They were declining for a long time, and this is the only thing that seems to have stabilized them.
A grandiose conspiracy theory here. Maybe. I don't know. I fucking see, I suppose. The way it's fucking looking seems... God... It seems like he's going to be a single term because he's not really fucking picking up any momentum right now on the campaign trail.
Yeah, granted, look how fast stuff can happen.
We're a ways out.
All it takes is one in-person debate. All it fucking takes. Ask Nixon about that when he went up against Kennedy in fucking 60. All it takes is one in-person debate to have Biden fucking gaff in such a fashion that Trump just fucking dunks on him like it's LeBron James over a preschooler. And all of a sudden, the whole fucking perception of the country can switch. Absolutely.
Well,
and what is November? So what are we? So August, September, October. So we're about almost 4 months out. Think about 4 months ago from today. I mean, how much has the world changed?
It changes a lot, and there's always the October surprise. And I'm going to tell you what it's going to be. Hillary Clinton jumps into the fucking race right at the fucking end because she thinks seriously. I think that's the only way she stands a chance because the longer she lays low, the better. If she hops in shortly before the time's up, she'll fucking have the best chance.
But
she knows
if
that.
She loses again. How do you live through?
If she wins, what if she loses in the same exact fashion as 2020 or 2016?
It very well could be that way. And
she's only going to Trump to win the popular vote this time, just to
shut that whole thing up. Yeah.
Oh, I want him to win the electoral again. I just want him to win the electoral again. Yeah, exactly.
Just to stick it to him. Stick it to him.
No matter who wins, it's going to be just so many allegations. Fraud.
You know what would really be fucking funny is if it was the exact same way, the exact same states, and the exact same amount of votes. Nobody's mind got fucking changed
between the
in
same
4
two
years.
Candidates.
Nobody's mind got changed in 4 years.
What do you think the statistical probability of that is?
None.
Exactly.
But you know what? Don't fucking squash my dreams now, you motherfucker. You just tried to fuck over all ginger people by saying we didn't deserve representation in our fucking media. Get fucked. Let me have this. Let me have this. You
no, but like I was thinking bastard. Like along the lines of like if you want to talk about fraud, if you have the exact same like identical results. The statistical probability of that, but B, like that would make me question it consistently more than anything else. Like that'd be so there's no such thing as an absolute zero statistical probability, but like that has to be the closest it gets.
I just lose my fucking mind. I don't think I could laugh again. That'd be it. That'd be it. I'd want to be done. I'd want to be done.
I don't know, bro.
Because there's no way anything
preparing yourself.
tops that.
I think he wins.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't think people want Biden at all. And like I could see the Hillary thing, and like watching her again would be great. That'd be the highlight of my year. But
dude, if these sex rings keep getting broken up and these trafficking rings, he's got my vote.
I mean, it's all going to depend on
me.
He was winning. He was winning before fucking COVID popped off, and then he started tweeting. It just started.
What did he do?
Not being smart.
He just was Trump, and they basically used Trump against him.
He could have just coasted his way into the fucking presidency despite no immigration reform and despite the big fucking wall he promised along the border not
but
there. He could have done that.
If you haven't learned what he is and like accepted what he is yet, then like he can come out one night with a huge victory and 2 days later be like throw off all his momentum all by himself. Like, if you haven't accepted that yet, then like I'm sorry, but that's more on you than anyone else.
How do I explain this?
It's hard. He's an anomaly.
Well, he is. You continue. I lost my train of thought.
No, I'm just. It's political theater, and that's what I love about the entertainment value. Like, I don't actually like Trump as a politician, but like just the pure entertainment factor behind it. And like sometimes it really sucks. Like sometimes you're like, this is not something that should be entertaining, or you want to be an issue, but it is. But then just a lot of times, just watching the back and forth and the pettiness on both sides, it's amusing.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
What did you initially say, John? I totally forgot.
Wait, can we get to my
in regard? Okay, Gary, go on.
So I'd start by killing Candace Owens.
Yeah.
What? How dare you?
Because I'm going to rail Tommy, and I'm going to make sure she talks the entire time.
Yeah, of course you are.
I'm going to ask her what she thinks about Colin Kaepernick kneeling.
Fuck off.
Go. I'm going to see which one lasts longer, and it's probably going to be the conversation about kneeling. And then for the said Christmas mornings, Father Day grill outs, 4th of July grill outs, I'm marrying Ivana.
Oh my god.
Here's a fucking timer for Tommy and see which you last longer. Jesus Christ, of course you are.
I'm going to play the Bronco game where I'm going to say, I think kneeling's okay. See how long I can.
Be careful, man. Be careful. You don't want to be fucking recorded saying you'd kill the black one. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, bud.
I would kill her because I recently became a fan of her than I was of growing out with the Don and Tommy Lauren. So that's
my justification of getting tired of seeing her on my fucking Facebook timeline from people who can't make arguments for themselves is not okay, but your fucking justification is. That's it.
Yeah.
100%. God damn it.
100%.
Fucker. What were you at? Okay. Yeah, what were you asking, Ryan? What was I saying?
You said something about Trump, and I didn't agree with it, but then I forgot.
Oh, him not doing shit? Not doing shit besides tweeting and saying it's all fucking unfair?
Or COVID, Trump?
Oh, the COVID thing. Right. Oh, because all they did is they kept spinning it. It doesn't matter what it's going to end up being. I mean, sure, we could have an actual deadly virus. Where it came from, why it happened to show up in an election year, that's a whole nother conspiracy rabbit hole we could go down. But I just think that no matter what, with the way that the situation played out, he was fucked. Because you remember how it started? They say 2 million some fucking people dead in the U.S. alone. Wasn't that what it was?
Yeah, those goalposts definitely got fucking moved. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now we're nowhere close to being on track for that sort of a number.
We're not even at 200,000 yet.
Yeah, but then you have...
What is the top 5 cause of death?
Yeah,
it's approaching
for sure.
That. Yeah,
for sure.
It's approaching that.
For sure.
I was really interested when I saw that, but yeah, continue.
They made it out.
The apocalyptic forecast that even yours truly was... predicting,
feeling, yeah, you were on board with
feeling.
That.
I didn't think fucking. What did Minnesota say? 200,000 with up to July. Once this thing made landfall in March, we have 1,500.
Yeah.
At some point, you can't put a measurement on human life crowd needs to realize that yes, you fucking can.
Yeah. Anyways,
that measurement should not be fucking at the expense of other people who need to continue to produce and provide services to be able for them to fucking live.
Well, especially when it's just speculation. Oh, come on. You don't disagree with that.
I don't.
So they say that they have this really high fucking number, right? So then time goes on. Here we are where we're at today. Then you have Joe Biden and the Democrats saying, Trump completely botched this entire thing, no matter what he fucking did. And Joe Biden claims he could have saved many, many more lives than what Trump did.
How do you quantify that? How many more?
Well, exactly. So what is it? Is it we were supposed to be at 2 million and now we're at this, but then what would you have been at, Joe Biden? Would you be at 100,000 right now instead of the however many we're at? Like he can just say whatever he wants and people run with it with their hatred of Trump. So it's just the hatred of Trump, the Trump derangement syndrome fuels this whole fucking thing. People can the Democrats can say whatever they want. Joe Biden can get up there and say whatever he wants. People just eat it up. It doesn't matter what the narrative actually was, because if you were to look at this and say, we were supposed to have 2 million dead and now we don't, isn't that a victory? Isn't that a success? Or were we completely fucking wrong? It's one of those two fucking things. So that's why I say it doesn't really matter what he does. They're going to spin it some way to just make it Orange Man bad.
That's anything though, because like
that is anything.
Look at masks.
There's no point. Go ahead, Gary.
Look at masks. So either masks do their job and protect you, and you're saving a bunch of lives, or they don't and they are wrong. But they're not going to come out and say like if you can prove to me or in general like give me better evidence about the masks saving lives, I won't care as much. But also at the same time, if you guys are wrong and like they don't do anything, tell us that as well. But they won't admit fault. They just keep pushing forward the narrative, and people go with it because of the Trump derangement syndrome.
And my problem with Trump has been, is that barring all of the shit that he did not get done, and all the people that consistently try to make some sort of fucking excuse for him. It's just that during this whole fucking crisis, all he fucking whines about, all he complains about on Twitter is how fucking unfair it is. Motherfucker, you knew you're stepping into a lion's den the moment you won on November the 7th, 2016. The moment you secured victory for the presidency and the head executive of this country, you knew they'd be fucking coming gunning for you because they've held this fucking position as the establishment for the better fucking half of a decade, maybe even 2 decades now, and it's been secured easily.
They are firing more than they ever have, but continue.
No shit they are. No fucking
question.
Shit.
Here's my question. Do y'all remember when he got elected and like the kind of rumor was he didn't actually want it? He kind of started it as like a semi-seriously thing and it ramped up so much.
Yeah, it just got out of his control.
Do you believe that at all?
No.
No, you think he actually wanted
I think he did. want to be president. I think he's of that particular mold. That
I think it fits the ego. Yeah.
The ego and narcissism that has to play into somebody saying, I can run the most powerful country in the world. I absolutely think Trump has that.
And I think he likes it to that extent, but I also don't know if he is aware of what he was getting into.
He said it for years, though. Like, it just makes sense for him to run for it because he said it for a long fucking time.
I agree with Gary that he had no fucking idea what he was running into.
No.
If he did know, he would have fucking gotten all the shit that he wanted to get done in 2 years. Because he would have been able to play that fucking game a lot better than he did.
Well,
be able to get all the shit that he needed to get done.
Here's the dirty secret about presidents, though, is that they'll never accomplish anything their first term year, because then what are they going to run on? Because you can run on, I did this, but it's better to run on, I'm going to do this.
Just get that extra fucking 4 years? Yeah. Man, that's even a cynical take for me.
Hold on. It's the point of our system, though. It's the point of our system. Like, that's the way it's set up. Shit's not supposed to happen unless everyone fucking agrees. So we don't want a president to be able to come in and just be like, oh, boom, boom, I change all this shit up in a year or two. The whole point is that nothing happens.
It's not just Trump, though. He had a Republican House and a Republican Senate.
Didn't Obama, too?
For 6 years.
And all he got was Obamacare. That was it.
And barely. He didn't get that till after he had Republican majority in the Senate.
It's just the way the system works. It's so slow moving.
His last 2 years were essentially like extended lame duck.
Yeah. It's the same thing for Obama that you could be saying for Trump right now. I don't blame Trump. It's just the system. I like that. I like that you can't get shit done. The worst part about it, though, is when if you can't get shit passed, what they do is they pass big fucking packages. So if they do get something through, you get fucking walloped.
That's the fucking problem, isn't it? That it's slow moving, but at the same time, they don't pass individual bills anymore. They just pass them off to fucking bureaucrats to be able to write them up, and then they'll fucking vote as they're told to by whoever fucking puts money into their pockets.
Right,
that's the fucking problem.
Bill going.
That's the problem. So, what in the fuck? You have the momentum. You were one vote away. You were one fucking vote away from getting rid of Obamacare.
Yep.
One.
Yep.
But at least they got rid of the individual mandate, which is the biggest thing I cared about.
That was for real. That's what fucking killed me the most about it. Yeah, same.
How do you lose to Paul Ryan? How does Paul Ryan fucking outmaneuver you?
I don't know, man.
Obviously, he had some fucking Republican
the cowardly Ryan
resistance.
Deep ties and corruption.
It's fucked. It's so fucked. So yeah, I understand the purpose of the system as it was intended and how it served until career politicians came into play. Was it's supposed to be slow moving, and you're supposed to get a majority of individuals on board. Majority meaning if the president even vetoes it, you have to get 60. Otherwise, it is 51-49 the whole way through. Unless the president vetoes, then it's 2/3. But you fucking see how slow acting it is in fucking not passing shit that we need, but then fast moving and passing shit that we don't need, like the fucking Patriot Act.
Yep.
And then very slow moving in just fucking whittling you down, death by 1,000 fucking cuts, constantly expanding government programs, constantly ceding power to the executive whenever it's their fucking executive that's in charge. You mean to fucking just tell me that it's a bad thing for me to just fucking want Trump to try to fucking rally everybody, grab them by the balls and say, hey, now's the time. We gotta fucking move, and we gotta move now. This is the chance for all of your fucking desires to be able to be done.
Here's the thing about presidents that I like to always remind myself when I get mad at them for not doing something is every president of a certain party is essentially a Trojan horse for the next guy that comes in. So like I always ask people when they say, oh, you want us to take away our guns, okay? That sounds great when a Democratic president's in house, but these people that you think are evil tyrants and Republicans, when they're in, once you want guns or you want the government to run your health care, but when the Democrats are in office, but you know that eventually a Republican will be in presidency again, so you trust a Republican to run your health care? Like, they're all Trojan horses for the next guy. So whatever power you give Trump or whatever Trump gets done, the next Democrat can do the same thing. And that's not working towards progress. That doesn't build consistency with their country. Like,
yeah,
it's every 8 years, every 4 to 8 years will be a new country essentially.
Yeah,
if they were able to achieve stuff that quickly.
It's true. And I don't know. I agree with you though, John. It's the part that makes me question the whole thing of, what is really going on, because it seems like the big government pieces that we would want something done about are the ones that seem to keep moving along and growing bigger, and just here we are, just fucked over again and again, whether it be the military industrial complex or whatever else it might be, the executive powers,
it's just a constant slap in the face, the ultimate orders. Fucking anti-establishment candidate that came in and shit on the anointed one to be able to be elected. Whether joke or not, it happened. And comes in, and what the fuck does he do? He fills himself, he listens to bad fucking advice and surrounds himself with a bunch of swampites that he ran on a platform of draining.
There's a lot of assumptions as to what the swamp is. This is the only thing that gives me hope, is the swamp.
He never really did fucking define it, did he?
Is the trafficking rings. That's a swamp, dude. Let's drain that.
It's definitely a swamp, but how fucking likely is that the swamp that he's fucking referring to? It's more likely, Occam's razor, that the swamp he refers to is just some other fucking terminology for Democrat. Otherwise, why the fuck does he heap praise on Lindsey Graham every now and again when Lindsey's in fucking good favor or not?
I don't know.
Why does he hate Mitch McConnell one fucking day, but then loves Mitch when he fucking saves his ass from an impeachment?
Because that's who he is.
That's politics.
That's who he's always been.
Yeah.
From the first day. That's not new.
I'm the most pragmatic guy there probably could be.
But if you're talking about likelihood, dude, the connections that he has to Epstein gets arrested yet once again. Ghislaine's fucking arrested. Pedophile rings are being fucking busted up, brought to light. I don't know. That does seem to be the swamp to me. It does seem to be the more likelihood, rather than he's just calling Democrats that, because he has ties to all these people, and now here all these people are either
or you're both
suiciding themselves.
I just want the fucking, just give me the names.
The swamp.
Just give me the fucking names.
The idea of the swamp is more of a philosophical, where he says drain the swamp without explaining what the swamp is, because if you explain what the swamp is, then you're segmenting your target base of people, voters. So you say the swamp, and what Ryan believes is a swamp, John believes is a swamp, what I believe is a swamp, it's all different.
It's just you use people's imaginations to rally them under the particular fucking banner in terms of the vision. Yes.
He's a great marketing guy, yeah.
I mean, look at Keep America Great or Make America Great Again. The original, that's what one of it was. That's what people wanted to hear. That's what people thought they needed to hear. Was they were sitting there thinking like, man, this country sure is different these last 12 years, 16 years, and then this guy comes and says, let's make it great again, and says the exact things you want. Like, the power of that campaign slogan alone, what I think is the greatest actual contribution to like his campaign, is some of the most genius marketing that you'll ever see in the history of this country.
It's the most that has been contributed to conservative culture in decades.
Yeah.
Since Reagan, there has not been a great contribution, I should say, to American culture coming from the conservative wing of politics. All of it has been fucking liberal, and it becomes manifest in the fucking riots that you saw in the cities just a month ago. It's very fucking apparent. So yeah, you're right. Make America Great Again. That fucking slogan is what conservatives now have. It's their one fucking thing in the culture that they have. If they don't fucking follow it up with a number 2 or a number 3 thing that they could have to be able to at least try to balance the fucking scales in terms of cultural dominance within the country, in terms of trying to win not just the current voting crop, but the next voting crop after them, to fucking, ideals that might counteract what we think is at least radical, but what now are being considered somehow normative, or being explained as being normal, as in, oh, what did you expect them to do? They're angry, so of course they're going to torch a fucking police precinct.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even so fucking broken up about the police precinct. I just know what comes next.
Mm-hmm. It's a slippery slope. That's what I think about.
Yeah, but all the people who constantly say that's a fallacy are far more fucking numerous and have far more cultural contributions and are able to fucking bend that and angle it for their objectives.
Yep.
That's what they're able to do.
Well, yeah. Now with the whole mask thing, public shaming. Oh my god.
It's the fucking Inquisition. And the right has been sleepwalking on this for fucking decades. You don't even hear about big tech censorship now, except from like hockey in the fucking Senate. Maybe Ted Cruz, if he's not busy making Zodiac memes on his fucking Twitter.
Leave Ted Cruz out of this, John.
I will fucking drag everybody.
You don't talk about my boy like that.
Well, your fucking boy should just be doing more. They should all be doing more.
Everybody needs to do more.
Because they've all just been so fucking useless. But again, what to expect of politicians? What to fucking expect of them in the modern age? Absolutely fucking nothing. And at that note, it's nearly 3 o'clock in the morning. This is Base Basement. I'm not John Richter. That's not Ryan, and that's not Gary.
That's right. I'm John.
I'm Ryan.
I'm Spartacus.
There we go.
All right, fellas. Good chat.
This is a good one. I liked it.
How long has this been?
2 hours and 14 minutes.
Better be up by tomorrow.
I'm gonna literally just upload this whole thing raw. So
why did the last one load? Is it because you didn't edit it?
Yeah, I don't really dick with it. Sometimes the audio's fucked up and I try to fix it, or usually something ends up being going wrong. There's a lot of variables.
Or because Logan is sitting outside and you hear a bunch of birds.
There's that, and I tried to fix that, and I was like, just fuck it. So I'll spend an hour, maybe sleep on it a couple of days, and try to fix it again. I'll just give up.
We didn't even mention the fucking St. Louis couple's shit being taken, and we didn't go into further depth with the Martinez County, California couple who painted over a mural.
Oh my god, yeah, we didn't.
And the reorganization of the police forces, that's always great.
We need to have more structure to these and give ourselves time limits.
Yeah, but we go off topic so easy. It took us like an hour to play a game of Fuck One, Marry One, Kill One because we went off topic so much.
I like the organicness to that, yeah, but it's just true. Fucking.
That is true.
It's just awful. I got into it with a guy today on a fucking post. It's just a generic right wingers back the blue kind of fucking post, and he said something about translation. Killing colored people and the mentally ill is okay so long as it makes me feel safe. And normally I don't fucking blow up like this anymore because at some point it's just not worth it, you cut your losses, you make fucking joking posts, and you let other people go into the fucking arena. But this one I fucking lost it because this guy just came in and, mind reader that he is, says, "Oh, this is what you mean." And then went on some fucking tangent after being responded to with the generic right-winger's response of, how about you just go on a drive with all of them and see how hard it is? Fuck. It's again, not something that is going to win anybody over, but again, people's feet are fucking planted. The guy comes back and says, Oh, I know. I love the good cops. It's just the bad cops. Anecdotal, all of this. I know social workers who have to wrestle dangerous people all the time. They don't have to kill anybody. Motherfucker, those social workers might not be armed with a gun.
Right.
Not social workers, but the people those fucking social workers have to deal with are probably in a very controlled environment.
Yeah.
Very fucking controlled. Well, as in, they don't have knives or lethal weapons on them when they have to be restrained. So I
know the person you're interacting with. It's not like you're just meeting some rando in the street. It's somebody you work with on a regular basis, most likely.
Again, it's like last week, where after the fucking podcast, I got into another, maybe minor dust up, and it finally dawned on me that cancel culture is just basically Catholic excommunication, and that the blue checks are the priests, and everybody else who's below them seems to be the zealous convents.
Mm-hmm. This is going fast. It's going real fucking fast.
Yeah. The analogy I have for this one is that, not an analogy per se, but an observation is that you ever fucking notice that the left doesn't bring up all that drug legislation that was passed in the 80s and early 90s that has basically given the cops a blank check in terms of their funding just based off of the quotas of how they interact with people and the amount of drugs that they might confiscate, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You notice how the left's fucking argument is never really about repealing legislation, but rather reallocating funds or reorganizing institutions into what they envision or what they want the funds to go to.
Right.
It's again,
all while claiming it's a systemic problem.
Yeah, point blank fucking obvious again. It seems so fucking distinct and, just clear to just revoke or repeal all the legislative actions that have been passed in 40 years that have put one particular group of people in conflict with the law enforcement portion of government. And from that point, those people don't have to be put into circumstances where there's always a percentage you could get shot or die. And the same with the police. And the police obviously don't have to fulfill those particular quotas, so the funding can go down and they can be able to adjust to that and kind of just pick officers they want to. Because the more fucking demand that you have for a particular field, the more likely you are going to just get a bad employee, because no matter how good your fucking vetting is, one's always going to slip through the cracks.
That's accurate.
Yeah. That's never the fucking left's position. Their position is always never talk about the legislation. Never.
Well,
always
fair,
just take.
Look at the people behind those bills.
I'm aware. I'm totally aware of where we are, what time it is, and who they are. Okay. The other portion is that anybody who just has a rational mind can see this is so fucking clear to see that you don't give a fuck about the legislature. You don't give a fuck about the people who you so profess are being oppressed. You care about the fucking money and reallocating it to whatever little fucking pet project you want. This isn't about fucking defunding the police departments, as much as you want to use those fucking words. This is about taking the money that goes into those police departments and being able to throw them wherever the fuck you want it to go. Like education, for example. Oh, all the fucking left-leaning women always love talking about how underfunded education is. Motherfucker, education funding has gone up constantly for the past 40 years, since the 50 years, almost even, since the fucking Department of Education was created. Guess what? We've been getting dumber. You want to know why I think we're getting dumber? You want to know how I know we're getting dumber? Is because there's no possible way half the population and think that one side is dumber than a box of rocks, while the other half of the population thinks the same thing of population A.
Right. I agree. I didn't think that's where you were going to go with that. I thought you were going to say because we had Coles as a teacher.
Oh,
that just fucking ties into it.
It does.
Like, how old do you feel after talking to Logan?
When Breon said that,
Very
I said,
old.
"Oh fuck,
Yeah,
who is that?"
right?
Like,
oh my god,
that's so hard to even quantify. Like,
right?
Yeah.
He's related to the other Breons, as far as I know.
It said that, I went, "Oh my god, that's right." Holy shit, that was.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy for somebody to not know Coles, but yeah, she's only there for like 2 years.
thank God.
She didn't last very long.
I'm glad that I got to experience that, but at the same time, I don't really care about my education. So
Yeah, well,
I got this far with Lindsay Cole's
learn anything
education.
until later. I didn't learn anything in high school. I felt like I learned some shit, but
I learned that the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
There you go. I'm gonna
Standardized
fucking end the episode right there.
Standardized